now, and this is the MB video with Anthony Padilla.
And then my ID, which currently now shows me looking like a cis woman, I get so many like, and then like quadruple takes, and that just creates a space that I just like doesn't need to be there. If they could just look at the ID, see the X, they would know. You know, it would eliminate a lot of really uncomfortable situations.
If there's anyone watching who is currently angrily commenting down below that the concept of non-binary is all in your head and that there are only scientifically, biologically two genders, what would you say to them?
Oh, what I say to everybody is I'm like, if you Google the definition of gender and you read like one of the first results, which is from the World Health Organization, they say that gender is a social construct. So I don't really know how else further to explain to you that you're trying to use science, but science says that gender is a social construct.
You hear that? Science said it. Can't argue with science. Actually,
that's a whole other conversation.
That's a different video. Do you feel like this misconception comes from the idea that gender and sex is the exact same thing?
It comes from the idea that gender and sex are the same thing, right? That like having a penis means you're a man. But it also comes from this idea that sex is easily sortable into two categories. There is so much diversity among even human sex. What it shows us is how this toxic gender bullshit gets into scientifically how we think about bodies. We have a lot of work to do to unlearn the really shoddy science around sex difference.
How do you feel when people tell you that non-binary is just a new trend?
The way that I have felt my whole life. It's really invalidating, you know, because I think a lot of people are so quick to say that because I haven't had that experience, it's not real. And I wish people would maybe take a step back and say, you know what, my experience and my perception of the world is just that. It is my perception, and there's a whole however billion people out there who see the world differently than me.
Before we continue learning about the world of non-binary, if you were to have kids someday, what would you want them to refer to you as? I wanted to let you know that pre-orders for Made Padildo Chan are available now. And for those of you who have no idea what the I am talking about, I do not blame you. This clip should explain all you need to know.
Padildo Chan comes adorned with a stage to keep those thunder thighs tamed like the foul beasts they are. And when you're done bleeding your soul on the stage, rip that stage out from beneath those kitten heels and prepare for state-of-the-art stomping action!
And I'd also like to thank HBO Max for sponsoring this episode. Many of us are exhausted from
Euphoria. It's got to be like a Euphoria ad, right?
Scouring the deep, dark, dilapidated depths of streaming platforms, desperately digging for something new to fill that void of entertainment in our hearts. But thankfully, HBO Max exists with same-day movie premieres of the biggest movies in 2021 every single month. And yes, for those of you who didn't ask, that does include the biggest blockbuster Warner Brothers Pictures releases that'll be available in theaters and your living room.
Why am I watching this ad? Fucking Anthony Padilla making me watch ads, man.
How do you think your life has changed most since identifying as non-binary?
I was finally able to sit quietly with myself without eating myself alive from the inside out. And not everybody needs to come out. Not everybody can. It's not always safe for everyone. But to me, that's the gift that it gave me. To be truly, truly myself.
I think I've definitely developed so much more confidence, and I just feel more me. And it's kind of funny that when you start to feel more you, things start to happen that you would think aren't necessarily tied to your gender. I started surfing, which I've never done sports in my life.
Willing to take risks and just like step outside of your comfort zone because there wasn't this weight of this other thing on you?
It's like there was space that freed up in my brain where I was like constantly beforehand sitting there thinking like, why am I different? Why am I so different? Why am I going through this? Why am I like this? And that was just a constant hum in the back of my head. Now that's gone, and so now I'm just feeling more comfortable in my own skin, and I'm confident in who I am.
Jade wants to know what your experience with dysphoria has been.
Dysphoria is a disconnect between how you feel on the inside with how you maybe look on the outside. So it's like a body part or something like that. For me, it's mostly been, with my body. I tend to have a lot of dysphoria on my chest and just like my shoulders and things like that. I really just want an androgynous looking body. Like I don't want anybody to like look at me and go, that's a woman based on this, or that's a man based on this.
Heather wants to know, if you were to have kids someday, what would you want them to refer to you as?
I think I'd want to get away from mom and dad entirely, and I want them to call me Pop, because that's
I love
cute as
Pop.
hell.
That's cute.
And also, like, I'm Pop. You know what I
love
mean?
Pop.
Like, I am Pop.
I feel like a lot of people imagine that if there is a non-binary identifying parent, that they expect their child to be like, parent.
I bet my kids would be like, would like when they wanted to really get under my skin, would be like, gender neutral parental unit number 1. I'm hungry when it's dinner. And
That's
then
a
I would be like,
3-year-old.
Shut up, Cassandra.
If there's anyone watching who feels that they might identify as non-binary, but are nervous about coming to terms with that because of what that might mean in their family or societally or even within themselves, is there anything that you want to say to them?
Make sure you're in a safe place. Make sure you have a good friend group that you can toss these thoughts back and forth with and experiment within that friend group. You know, try going by they, them pronouns for a week, or try a different name for a week, or, you know, even just say like, I'm non-binary for a week, and within that safe space, see how that feels. And if it feels right, then maybe do some soul searching a little bit, and maybe you are.
Always remember that you deserve to feel good. Taking it slow and really being kind to yourself and giving yourself the gift of patience will make this feel a little bit more doable, because it's a journey and it's gonna take a lot longer than you think, but I mean that in the most beautiful way. Like, I am 29, I am almost 30, and I am still discovering new things about my gender every single day. And it's fabulous.
Damn.
I'm a wise old grandma, okay? I gotta have some sage wisdom for the babies.
I would expect you to have so...
Their shirt is fucking fire, by the way. Like, from top to bottom, I've just been like, God damn, dude. I said this yesterday too, but like, what's up with non-binary people? Like, what's going on? You always got to be drippy? Like, what's the deal? You know? Why no non-binary folks that are just not drippy? What's happening there? Yeah, I'm jealous. Fuck you. Okay? Yeah, whatever. Fuck yourself. Okay? What is this?
Fabulous.
Damn.
I'm a wise old grandma.
I don't know. There's like a bargain bin shirt from Dan Flashes. Oh, I love that. That's a good one. Yeah. Dude, the patterns on that aren't even crazy.
Grandma, okay? I gotta have some sage wisdom for the babies.
I would expect you to have so much gray hair with that kind of
I
statement.
have quite a bit though, look. You see it?
Damn, that's how you know you're wise. What do you think the biggest misconception is about non-binary people?
Non-binary people are curvy. Non-binary people are fat. Non-binary people are every skin tone, every ethnicity, every race under the sun. We are everywhere, and there is no such thing as what a prototypical or archetypal non-binary person looks like. And I wish that people understood that better.
All right, you got 5 seconds to shout out or promote anything you want directly into camera. Go.
If you want to watch queer content, subscribe to Angel and Nicole on YouTube, and you can follow me at Kinkle Morris on TikTok and Instagram.
It's called Sissy, a coming of gender story. Buy it from your local bookstore if you can, but if you can't, you can buy it online.
Buy my audiobook. My voice will tell you there is nothing wrong with you.
Y'all should subscribe to this cutie over here, because we had a great conversation, and also then you get to see more of Slade.
True, because Slade has some rage issues, so if you don't click that subscribe button, you don't want to know. After spending a day with these individuals who identify as non-binary, I've come to understand just how nuanced and complex gender identity really is. Everyone's experience with what feels most authentic to them is wholly unique and deserves to be met with respect at the very least.
What the fuck is that outro, dude?
Others, or
All
having
right, we're gonna
low
learn
to
about
absent
ace.
interest.
First, we're going to learn about ace people, as in asexuality. And then we're going to fucking segue into the ace family. So, what I was going to say before we do that, though, is that from what I understand, Will Neff and Wobbles have been unbanned. Congrats to Wobbles Music for the unban. Everyone go check them out. Well deserved. Thanks to the Will Neff for the effort and Twitch for the pog move. Yeah. Will Neff is unbanned and so is Wobbles. As I told you would happen. All right, let's watch the spent a day with asexuals, and then we'll watch the ace family.
And sexual activity.
Despite implications of asexuality existing since the dawn of humanity, asexuality as a sexual orientation and field of scientific research is still relatively new, with the first recognition in a scientific document dating back only 120 years ago. As made evident by the thousands of comments from aces on my video with sex therapists who did not acknowledge aces, asexuality is extremely common, yet rarely recognized in our culture. My name's Anthony Padilla, and today I'm going to be sitting down with aces to learn the truth behind this sexual orientation.
Would you fuck an ace person? I mean, so I know you said that as a joke, but I've learned that asexuals also, some of them do have sex. I wouldn't want them to fuck me just to please me, though. I would want to please the other person, so I don't know how good the sex would be. Could be good. I don't know, but yeah, I wouldn't fucking rule it out if they wanted to. We were compatible.
That far too.
It had to be a joke? What? No, dude. I'm telling you, dude. Yes. We're gonna fucking learn about it right now, boys. But actually, yes, there are ace people who do fuck.
Many have written off as outrageous or ridiculous. Is asexuality a valid sexual orientation? Or is it really just a way for people who are too scared of a romantic relationship to emotionally regress and avoid human connection altogether? Are asexuals truly able to live happy and fulfilling lives without strong sexual desire? Or are they simply convincing themselves that the deprivation of this basic human desire is normal in an attempt to suppress a deeper or darker insecurity or trauma?
Will be unbanned too. Even if he's not unbanned right now, he will definitely get unbanned. What are you guys, crazy? You think they're gonna fucking unban the guy that they banned Will for and then keep him banned? No, he's gonna get unbanned too.
Hi, Lauren.
Hi.
Hello, Andrew.
Hey, Anthony.
Hey, Shelby.
Hello.
Thank you so much for coming out and
Oh,
teaching me about the wondrous world of asexuality.
Very wondrous.
What do you consider yourself? Asexual, ace?
Asexual.
Gray asexual.
I usually just would use the word asexual, although I haven't used it a lot because I haven't said it many times.
You haven't talked about your
I've
sexuality
never
much?
talked about it.
This is your
It's my debut.
debut. Congratulations.
Yeah, you're lucky you get this on camera.
Yeah. What does being asexual entail?
The definition is you don't experience sexual attraction.
A straight guy feels about another guy, or a straight girl feels about another girl. I just
Yeah.
feel that about both genders.
People are just like 100%. I want to have sex. Definitely not me. I'm more like maybe a 2% type of guy.
2% of the time you're into it?
Like, asexual simply means someone who doesn't experience sexual attraction. Gray asexual is someone who, experiences.
Bro, motherfuckers would be like, what's an ace? While we're literally watching the fucking 17-minute video about aces, okay?
Just a bit.
How long have you identified as asexual?
I went to an all-girls Catholic academy, so we were taught abstinence.
Oh, great. Abstinence is great.
We even had a club that was called True Love Waits.
Oh.
Where we had a whole ceremony where we
Yeah.
wore white dresses, we put on purity rings.
The implication from the title alone implies that love is intrinsically connected with sexual desire.
Yeah, I just went along with it to sort of have an excuse to get myself out of dealing with that for a while. And then when I started dating at 21 was when I kind of realized I didn't really work the same way as everyone else. I put it off for so long, I was like, I don't think everyone else feels the way that I feel.
Started in high school.
Yeah.
And, everyone was kind of into boys, and I yeah. When I kiss someone, it's kind of like kissing a wall. Like,
Yeah.
And another thing I said, which he didn't like, was,
Yeah.
I don't understand cheating. What's the big deal?
You said that?
I said that because I've never understood it. I mean, I have multiple friends. Why not have multiple? What's the difference?
Yeah. Are there different ways to identify as asexual within the, is there a spectrum?
So you can be like a sex positive asexual, which I am.
Yeah.
Right? And this is someone who's fine with sex. They're fine with having sex. They're fine with other people having sex. There are sex repulsed asexuals who will never actually have sex. They have no desire to.
The idea is disgusting to them?
Correct. demisexuals, who are people who are very much asexual, but once they find a partner that they really connect with, then they're like, okay, I'm fine, I'm actually attracted to this person.
Right.
There are some asexuals who are aromantic,
Yeah.
aka they don't fall in love. There are others who are very much romantic, and they're like, okay, like I do want a partner, maybe a lifelong partner who will connect with me emotionally.
How do you identify within this spectrum?
Asexual, that's the word that I feel the most comfortable with. And I think that I would probably say hetero-romantic.
You'll find hetero-romantic relationships desirable, but that's where it ends.
Yeah, which is hard, because that just means I'm dating a bunch of straight guys who don't really get it.
Do you find that people commonly assume asexuality is the same as celibacy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, very often people think that. I've had people tell me, I'm also celibate, you know, I don't want to have sex anymore this year. And I'm like,
This year?
like, it doesn't work like that, okay?
Yeah.
Like, this is not a seasonal thing. This
The
is
people who are asking me, I'm just sexual, okay? I'm a sexual beast.
like every day.
I've dated a lot of people
Oh, yeah.
who are not asexual.
Yeah.
Whenever I do intimate stuff, it's more like kind of like an invasive medical exam.
Oh, really? That's how you feel?
That's how I feel.
Yeah.
Like we're on a date and it's like, oh, this is fun. We're getting to know each other. And I'm like, oh no, it's this part of the night. It's not.
There are too many terms, man. My head spins whenever the topic comes up. Yeah, I mean, like, we're learning about a new thing, dude. From the people, directly from the mouths of the people. Okay? Yeah, it can be confusing. It's like no one's gonna fucking put you in jail or something if you don't understand it at first.
Not that it's necessarily bad. It's just
not even that hard to grasp, LMAO. I mean, it is a little hard to grasp, especially if you're like, you know, a person who enjoys and really wants to have sex. So from their point of view, they're like, what the fuck is this? Like, when I first heard about being ace, I was like, what? What the fuck is that? You know what I mean? I didn't understand it at all. I'm going to jail if I don't understand this? Yes. There will be an exam at the end of this, and I will be sending you to jail if you fail. Just letting you know.
I feel nothing, so it's kind of awkward. Like if you imagine taking all the emotion out of it, it would feel like a medical exam.
Oh, yeah. Do you proudly tell people that you're asexual, or do you keep that more of a secret?
It's like a need-to-know basis.
Yeah.
You know, if someone, you know, if I'm at a bar or something drinking with some people, and someone comes up to me, and I really want to, like, that's when I gotta let them know.
Does that happen to you?
It has happened to me.
Oh, whoa.
I swear it's happened to me. I swear.
Before we learn more about the wondrous world of asexuality, I want to mention that videos discussing anything sexual, whether it be for educational purposes or journalism, are almost always demonetized by YouTube. Yeah.
So they
skip.
Let's go.
I wanted to say, now back to learning about the wondrous world of asexuals. Have you found that it's possible to experience a happy and healthy relationship that doesn't include any?
So they do not have feeling in their intimate parts? Like, I don't know how it couldn't feel good. I think, like, I mean, ace people jerk off still. I'm sure Anthony Padilla will ask. Like, it's not that you're numb in your pee-pee. It's just that, like, you don't want to, you don't want to have sex with another person. There's a thing called hypersexual. Do you feel like you might be that? I don't know. I'm just me, dude. Okay. Imagine how it feels to be ace and think you're fucked up for not liking other people.
Aces in chat represent glad everyone here is getting to learn about us. Imagine being a
Yeah, I mean, we're
sex-hater.
learning, so we don't feel that way anymore. It's not good. It's not that it doesn't feel good. A lot of ace folks still masturbate.
Pogo Arjan? Pogo Arjan? Pogo Arjan? Pogo Arjan? Pogo Arjan?
I mean, if you don't want to have sex, it won't feel like great. Yeah,
Feeling
like, here,
submissive
think about it like
and
this,
readable
okay?
right
I just
now.
thought about a way to describe it, which I'm kind of stealing from the ace person, right? If you're straight, you don't want to fuck a dude, right? Like hanging out with a dude doesn't create sexual desire within you. Or if you're a straight woman, you don't want to fuck another woman. It doesn't, like, create sexual desire in you. So for ace people, it's like they feel like that for everybody. Not wanting to fuck a dude. Not wanting to fuck a dude is actively homophobic. Yes, this is true. I am a homophobe. Everybody in here knows this. You are actively engaging in homophobia. Of course, ace people are also inherently homophobic for not wanting to fuck a dude as well. So sorry, ace people.
Sexual attraction whatsoever?
I actually have a loving boyfriend of a year.
Yeah.
So the answer to that would be yes.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you. So, you know, me and my boyfriend do have sex. We are physically intimate. And, you know, maybe not as much as the average couple.
And for you, it's more about making that intimate connection rather than a like primal drive that you feel?
Right. It's more of an emotional act as opposed to a physical one.
My first boyfriend was at 21, and then really quickly he realized that I had never had sex before, and he wasn't okay with that.
Oh.
He said a lot of things that were pretty manipulative to tell me that there's something wrong with me. Part of me wanted to make it work, and I, at that point, was like, it's my fault. I'm doing something wrong.
Of course, society is constantly telling you that it's normal to feel these things, and if you don't, then it's something wrong with you.
There's something wrong with you. He thought I was making a big deal out of it, and I just needed to get it over with.
Yeah.
But it didn't matter if I didn't want to.
Yeah.
So I got out of there real quick.
I mean, that takes a lot of strength to get out of a situation like that, especially when you're constantly being told from every angle that you're in the wrong, that you need to be giving someone something in order to be true to yourself.
And for a relationship to work. But that sort of led me on the search to figure out, like, is there a word for it? Is there something wrong with me? Do I need to go to a doctor? And that's how I found the word asexual.
Right.
And that there were other people like me.
How do you feel about our culture's affinity for overly sexualizing almost everything?
It makes me a little uncomfortable. I mean, most things make me uncomfortable anyway, so that's not even an asexual thing.
So as someone with anxiety, I can relate.
I'm just, always uncomfortable.
I still find it entertaining. I don't know why.
You think sexual things are entertaining to see?
I love romantic comedies.
Yeah.
And like, you don't really see the sex on screen, it's about the intimate relationship.
Right.
So it's interesting to me. Watching porn, on the other hand, probably be entertained by like the plots.
People wonder who watches porn for the plot, and here we are.
Wait a minute. I watch porn for the plot too. As a matter of fact, I think it's very important. I talk about this all the time. Okay? If it doesn't have plot, if it's just like who cares? You know what I mean? That's not what I'm there for, you know? Plot is very important. What the fuck? Anonymous user with 100 gifted subs. Holy shit, dude. What the fuck was that? So, you know what that's like? Okay, I want to be quiet because my mom's in the kitchen. I hope she can't hear me while she's cooking. She's whipping up my curry chicken for me, but the plot in a porn is as important as the hand job in a blow job. Oftentimes people joke about it, and it's often overlooked. But it is a fundamental part of both of those things. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to improve your, walk skills, all you need to do is focus on the hand a little bit. I promise. Automatically, you will literally fucking your BJ skills will go up through the roof. I like that we're talking about blowjobs while I am covering a video on ace people, but you know me, okay? Let's keep going.
Have societal pressures ever made you question your own sexual desires or lack thereof?
Yeah, I don't feel like I'm missing out on anything. I mean, I've seen friends go through just really stressful times, and I'm like, that just seems like a lot of work.
What, like breakups and stuff?
Yeah, like they're, pregnancy scares.
Yeah.
Controversial takes 100%. You are literally wrong. Okay, you are just wrong. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. As a man who has been a recipient of many blowjobs, I promise you. Okay. I promise you. A lot of people do not focus on the hand play. It is incredibly important. Incredibly important. So overlooked. So simple. People always think like, well, what? I'm just gonna jerk it. Like isn't that like something that people make fun of, like a hand job? No. It's so key. Write that down. Yeah, Mafia Jinx. Write that down.
Pregnancy happening, you know.
Do you plan to have children
Mafia Jinx caught in 4K.
someday?
I don't know.
You don't know?
More that I'm like scared of the whole pregnancy thing.
You're scared of pregnancy more than the children.
Oh yeah. Well,
Children are scary.
I have no desire to raise a small little human being. Has nothing to do with sex or anything.
Right.
I just don't have that type of commitment for 18 plus years.
Just not into small creatures that need something every single moment of their lives until they're 18?
Correct.
Or plus?
Or plus. Yeah, you got to pay for them to go to college and everything. It's too much work.
What's something you wish you could say to people who question asexuality as a sexual orientation?
First of all, you. Second of all, educate yourself. Third of all, I think all identities are valid at the end of the day.
Well, if you look at the other sexual orientations, if you think of it
HasanAbi, real estate agent? What? Did I just like ban him? Oh, he's saying real estate agent porn is the best. Dude. Okay, this is gonna sound embarrassing. And it's fantasy, right? So like everything goes. God, I can't believe this conversation about aces is like a very informative one. I know he's talking about the porn plot. This conversation about aces is a very important one, but like now we're talking about porn plots. Which I guess like ace people can watch porn for the plot, so it's not like the it's not that outside of the scope, right? But I just gotta say something. I can't jerk off the landlord porn. I don't know why. I'm not saying, oh look at me, I'm so ethical, I'm such a lefty. Like I literally can't. It just doesn't do it for me. I don't know what it is. I cannot jerk off the landlord porn. It's like, oh my god, I can't pay my rent. Like, I don't know what it is. I swear to fucking God. When it comes to like stepsister stuff, it's like I don't have any like step relatives, so that's never. I guess like it's only kinky if you have like if you have like step children in your family or something. I don't get that at all, so I just imagine it's just like two hot people fucking. But that other, like, definitely the landlord one is just like I don't know what it is. Outside of the box, realistic porn situations are the best. I mean, I told you guys, you know what I love. I love check pickup porn and like that sort of stuff is great. Didn't you say now you always look for it if you know the house or not? Yeah, no, of course. Yeah, well, that's a given. That was when I was looking for houses. I've given up on that endeavor already, so it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? I'm done with that. So now I no longer hyper focus on the houses and the fixtures and whatnot when I'm watching porn. But yes, there was a time and place when like when I would like open up a new porn, I was like, damn, that's a nice fucking house. I wonder what the price per square footage looks like there. Like, I wonder what area of Los Angeles this was shot in.
To people who question asexuality as a sexual orientation.
First of all, you. Second of all, educate yourself. Third of all, I think all identities are valid at the end of the day.
Well, if you look at the other sexual orientations, if you think of it as a box, there's heterosexuality, there's homosexuality, there's bisexuality. What's the opposite of that? Asexuality. So it makes perfect logical sense that it exists, and it does exist.
The idea of sexuality and asexuality, it's never for anybody else. It's for you.
Yeah.
So it really doesn't need to be anybody else's
I
business.
mean, it's quite literally for nobody else.
And whether you believe asexual is a thing, whether you think it's how they were raised, if they were raised in abstinence like I was, has a factor. Why does that matter? If that's just how I want to feel, why do you have to have a say in it?
Carrot Juice wants to know if you consider yourself to be part of the LGBTQ plus community.
There's a little bit of discourse.
She does look like Alana a little bit. You're right.
Of whether asexuals even belong in LGBTQIA plus spaces, or in the community at all, and that some people will say we're just straight people looking for attention, or we don't have different experiences from someone who's heterosexual, which I would disagree.
Yeah.
And even if, you know, we don't have to worry about being kicked out of our houses, that I wouldn't compare, but my experience, especially my battle with myself, where I wasn't accepting of myself. I didn't want to be.
The A is not for allied. Wait, what is the A for? I thought A was ace. Ace for ally now. Yeah, why? I wonder why they did that. It's interesting.
Be asexual.
Yeah.
It was hard.
In the LGBT community, there is still a problem of people.
You lie. I know you like that type of porn where women strapped up in a wall and like a line of men just railing them. I don't even know what that is, dude. What the fuck? Bro, I think that was a that was so specific, dude. That was the boat. Hey, fucking, my man's making me ace right now.
People who are more than just gay, right? Like being LGBT stands for bisexual, and even then bi erasure still exists, both in and out of community. So there's me even more on the fringe as asexual.
Yeah.
And, you know, I don't even have a letter in the acronym, and it's like, yeah, it's a struggle.
Patricia Pie wants to know if you ever find it difficult to find other asexuals who understand.
I have one friend.
Oh yeah? So you guys connect over that?
Yeah, and she's the only person really that I know who is, they say maybe 1% of the general population is.
I just did the math. That's like 75 million people.
That's a lot of people.
That's a lot of people.
Yeah, so they're out there.
Azor wants to know if you ever wish you had more sexual desires, you know, to fit in more, or do you prefer being asexual?
I thought that I would, or I did wish that when I was just discovering who I was, because I thought it would make everything easier in relationships.
I am who I am. I really can't change that.
Yeah.
Like once I came to the realization, that was actually a big moment for me, because I was finally comfortable in the body that I'm in. And I was like, okay, we're good to go.
Why would the A it be included in LGBTQIA for ally? It's like, what? Are you oppressed because you're fucking aligned and are, you know, not a fucking asshole to like gay people? Guys, I did allyship today, and guess what? I have allyship fatigue. I'm sorry. I can't go on any further for my allyship. Even though, according to that one chatter, I'm queer now because you know, a femme NB. I hooked up with a femme NB person, so it's just. Is low testosterone a factor in A's? I don't know.
What is it about being asexual, if anything, that brings you the most joy?
Probably just the fact that it...
How does ACE fit into LGBTQ at all? It does. It's just heteronormative. So anything that's normative technically falls under the queer umbrella. No. It just means you're like not a part of the majority of people with respect to your queer umbrella. Queer is a catch-all. Why are people still going, oh my god, I can't believe you said queer? Jesus Christ, dude. How many times are we gonna have this fucking conversation, dude? Zoomers, like, the millennial LGBTQ community already fucking like normalized using the term queer as an umbrella, and I feel like Zoomers are like, nah, dude, fuck that. There are queer people who are ace exclusionary. What? I don't know if you're making that up or not. Please, dude, if you're... People say the A in LGBTQIA stands for allies, a prime example of asexual erasure even within the LGBT community. Wait, why would that be for allies? I don't understand why A would be for allies. What the fuck? Yeah, I'm ally sexual, dude. I fucking crank it out to being an ally to the LGBT community. You know what I'm saying?
Makes it easier to find good people because people will show their colors much faster if you're not giving them what they want right away.
I guess the thing would just more time to do the things I want to do.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of asexual.
Ace exclusion is sadly a very real thing in the queer community. Some LGBTQI plus have had a hard time understanding asexuals because not having a sexual attraction is hard for some. I mean, I understand why. Yes, I understand why people who have been marginalized for their sexual interest their entire lives would be like, okay, well, what the fuck? You don't have any sexual interest, or like mostly don't have sexual interest. But you know, whatever. There's actually so much ace discourse in that LGBTQ plus community. It's horrible.
Agree, you got so much more time.
The cake.
What?
The cake? You haven't found out about the cake yet?
Not the cake. The one at the end of Portal?
That cake is a lie, though. So not that cake. In the asexual community, we absolutely love cake. But don't.
What is this like? Is this like being bi and having a clear phone case? Like if you have a clear phone case, you're bisexual. Is that the same for ace people? Is it just cake?
Ask me why.
Does that have to do with sexuality?
Absolutely not. No. If you ever find yourself in a situation where you're having sex, don't you want cake more? Like, I think that's just how that works.
A good way to understand if you're asexual or not is if when you are experiencing something sexual, you'd rather be having cake.
Correct.
Has anyone in your life ever made you feel less than?
I wouldn't say guys made me feel less than, but they just didn't understand and tried to like push it anyway. And that made me feel like I wasn't being listened to or respected as a person.
Right. It was almost like they didn't even accept that to be a reality.
I remember I told this one guy, I was like, you know, look, I'm asexual. And we had this deep conversation and he's like, I feel like we've gotten closer because of this. And I think then he kissed me or something.
Totally missing the point.
Yeah.
Has being asexual affected any of your relationships?
Yes, absolutely. I used to have a 3-month expiration of any relationship that I was in.
Really? Like once the honeymoon phase ends?
Once the honeymoon phase ended, it was like this.
Ace people don't get hate crimed? I mean, that's not true. Like, not hate crime, but they absolutely do get fucking viciously bullied. They absolutely do get fucking shit on for not wanting to have sex. I mean, even in this chat, like, there are a lot of people who are trying to comprehend what it's like to be ace, and they're literally not getting it. And most people, including myself, originally have like an adverse reaction to it. And also, most ace people, I'm sure, have a traumatizing experience where they didn't want to have sex and were like pressured into it. You know what I mean? Also, like, what? I don't understand. Like, do you have to get hate crime to be able to fucking... Tumblr asexuals have a reputation for being homophobic, especially if they're cisgender, so there's the discourse comes from. Miskiv is doing Chatvice with Alinity. I mean, dude, I joked about it, so I wouldn't be surprised if he's actually doing it. You know, like he did unban request last week with Amaranth. He's literally gotten better at. He's now so good at this that he just like does it before I can do my content that I set up for the day. What kind of advice are you going to get from fucking Miskiv with respect to dating?
It's just, is it going to work? And that's usually how it went. I wasn't able to communicate this very effectively. Right? Communication breaks down overall. I'm not broken. There's nothing to fix here. I'm absolutely perfect. 10 out of 10.
Right, never a tear, never a problem in life.
You'd be lucky to have me.
Do you ever get anxious when you're about to disclose to someone that you're asexual?
Oh yeah. You want to find a person that you can be comfortable doing it with, because like your knees are knocking and you
Yeah,
get
it's a lot of
your teeth clink and
a lot of that. And I'm not clapping. Is there anything that you would like to say to anyone who is asexual or maybe is considering that they might identify as asexual, but maybe they're uncomfortable, maybe they're unsure about coming out because they're afraid of judgment?
When I was doing a little bit of self-discovery, I was using the word broken a lot, and I don't want other people to feel like there's anything wrong with them or anything to be fixed. You're not broken, and whatever word you feel like identifying with is there for you to feel comfortable. It doesn't need to be for anybody else but you.
You are valid. Don't let anybody else tell you any different.
Listen to yourself and be true to yourself. You'll know if you're not attracted to someone, you'll know if you are. Don't let people tell you what to do. Don't give in to people just because you think that you should or just to make them happy. Like, just be in touch with yourself, and you'll know what orientation you are if you allow yourself to believe the truth about yourself.
I actually have a parting gift for you.
Okay, we're gonna do we're gonna move on to the family now, from ace as in asexual to the ace family. Okay, are you guys ready? Busting it out. We've been waiting for this all day. It's fucking time, boys. There are a lot of responses on Twitter to what other families I should be looking into. I've heard a lot about these guys. The Ace family. We are going to fucking do it. Now, of course, Ace is asexuality. The Ace family, on the other hand, from what I understand, are clout goblins. I don't know anything about them. This is literally just like a fucking... I'm diving into this like head first. Especially because we saw that Aubrey video on that other family. And I've come to find that there are a lot of like... There are a lot of fucking family content out there on YouTube. So let's take a look. Let's get started on this.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to The Right Opinion, the home of a twat with too much free time. And families, my god, do I love families, whoop whoop whoop. Humour aside, the family is an important staple in the many societies that we do indeed live in. As a concept, it has been around for longer than I can remember, and although many of us do have various goals, there are many people who would just like to settle down with a partner who loves them and raise a few kids.
Jeans.
It's a completely fair perspective, and one that I hope people have the opportunity to fulfill. It's definitely something that I would like to do at one point in my life, though I'm not entirely sure when. However, I think many of us have a very idealized version of how these things would play out, and although it often takes a few attempts to get it right, and a few more for some, and a few more for others, maybe a few more on top of that, it's still something we like to hold on to, which is where the idea of family vlogging comes into play. Vlogs appeal to the audience under the notion that they can represent a life that we may idolize and feel an affinity with. That's what has made so many of these wealthy vloggers famous from the start. However, it's important that these people can place themselves in the vlogger's position, and that the life they envision can be channeled through a relatable individual. There was a time when a majority of audiences on YouTube liked to envision their lives as the sweet, wholesome ones that will one day be blessed with the same glorious tidings that so many of those lovely vloggers have earned themselves. However, at some point in the last few years, I've noticed a shift. I noticed it in my Emma Chamberlain video that, hey, I guess people are feeling kind of cynical now. And I mean, who can blame them? The world is a depressing place, and I guess everyone is just kind of in that mood. And out of that rose a new lineup of stars who was slightly more controversial than the previous ones. There are positives and negatives.
There's a newer video. Should I watch this one or should I watch the Content Court H3 one?
All rise for the Honorable Judge Ethan Klein. This episode is brought to you by Rage and Quip.
This one's newer, and apparently the other one's like, what the fuck, dude? Content Court's better. We could do the Content Court one. Anonymous user with another 100, dude. Holy shit. Crazy. We got an oil baron in the chat. Asexualizes his kids is so terrible. Wait, really? Oh no. Apparently a lot of stuff happened between this video and now. And then a lot of stuff happened between this video and now even. So maybe it's better to watch the fucking Content Court is not better. H3 Content Court is hella poggers. Is it Miski paying for stolen content? Maybe.
To this, but at least it gives us something to talk about. Now, this didn't have to be particularly negative in a way, it just meant slightly more loud, obnoxious, and less subtle.
We're gonna make her worst nightmare come true.
This was a case in every genre, and eventually the penny dropped in the family genre too. You know, you don't have to pretend that everything's perfect. How about conflict and storm? People love melodrama. You just need energy, some ideas, a bit of money, and of course a partner and a kid. I mean, hey, they can't be too hard to find, especially if you're as dashing as the man known as Austin McBroom.
I enjoy catching the ball. I enjoy just having a blast with the teammates on the field and off the field.
Oh yeah. Austin McBroom is the husband and father of the Ace family. Now, he is an individual who is obviously known primarily on YouTube. However, at one point, it seemed his career was not destined there. As that clip showed, he was a very sporting-oriented individual and was highly rated in the basketball scene. And to be fair, the dude had some moves. He could shoot some hoops. Given his prominence, you could say he was kinda low-key media figure. He had a previously established audience due to his skills, and here's an old screenshot of his 2015 Twitter, long before the launch of his YouTube channel, which had his 3 principles listed in his biography. 1 God,
thanks, Mom.
2 family, 3 hoop. A simple set of beliefs that had guided him to relative success in the basketball scene and a tendency to write inspirational tweets. One of the elements that was very noticeable on his Twitter prior to the creation of his channel was the love of his fiancée, Catherine. They had a fairly standard story behind them. They saw each other a couple times and then decided that actually they had feelings, which led them to initiating this relationship and the subsequent birthing of their daughter Elle. The run-up to their child had a fair bit of coverage on Twitter and a nice bit of hype surrounding it. So I guess at that point they decided that their life was interesting enough to start a YouTube channel.
Hey guys, welcome to our YouTube channel. This is our first Q&A. You guys sent us a bunch of questions that we picked out.
Now, when I looked at their old content and I saw that their first video was a Q&A, I thought they were pulling my leg. That's some ballsy confidence in your character to open your channel with a Q&A video. Now, from looking at an old Social Blade screenshot, it's possible that they had some other videos up, but deleted them before launch. So I guess they just used the already existent clout that they had surrounding Austin's basketball career and his relationship to launch the channel. They originally were called the incredible name of Austin and Catherine Vlogs, before changing it to the Ace family, Ace representing the initials of each family member's name, Austin, Catherine, and Elle. They do have another child now, Alea, but I guess Acia family didn't quite have the same ring to it. They started off on a fair wave of momentum and have since built on that, accumulating over 17 million subscribers in the space of 3.5 years. So what's the big deal? Family vlogs are here to stay. Well, although vloggers have always taken on their fair share of drama, there seems to be something more about the Ace family, and even more specifically, the man of the house, Austin McBroom, in that he may not be practicing what he preaches and treating those around him with the respect that may be expected. After all, this family is a family who's very grateful.
Living life to the fullest. Like, we're keeping God first, being good people, and just trying our best to inspire others.
Yeah.
Literally.
We're doing our best as far as using our platform in order to do greater.
So there's 0% chance these people are like actually religious, right? Or are they? Or are they just like fucking They got to be doing it for the God clout. That's so marketable, dude. That's so insanely marketable to just like have like a racially ambiguous couple be like super into fucking God. They're also photogenic. Oh my God. Young. How big are they on YouTube? I have no idea. My brother-in-law was shouted out on one of their videos and got 20K followers on YouTube because of it. Shut the fuck up. Are you serious? Like you doing the opposite? Had debate? Yeah. 17 million? 20 million?
Things and inspire people, and that's really
all
how
right. I gotta rebrand, boys. Sorry.
Like, we just get so excited to do things for people, and if you can't already tell, like that's just in our nature, and that's what we love to do.
My family grateful for many things, but sometimes more than words is necessary to convince people that you believe it. And that is what has been in question over the last couple years, ultimately climaxing in a situation very recently involving much more serious claims, although I have a lot to say about the validity of those. This is not going to be just about Austin. In fact, Catherine is probably going to be receiving a fair bit of scrutiny as well, so don't worry, everyone's going to receive their fair share of discourse. Let's have a discussion to see if the Ace family are really as ace as they proclaim to be, or if behind the candelabra, they're not quite the role models that many see them as. Well, fellas, I'm ready to get up and do my thing. I want to get into it, man, you know? And yes, that was a James Brown reference because, well, I'm a sex machine. Let's go. I want to start off this part with a quick disclaimer. If there's one red flag that will immediately make me question a creator's desire to produce realistic, organic content, it's the notion of pranks. Now, of course, not just any pranks. I'm sure there are some great pranks out there, but you know, that brand of prank that I'm talking about, Roman Atwood, FouseyTube, Joey Salads, Prank Invasion, all that jazz. The reason that I make this statement is because for many of you YouTube veterans, you will know that these pranks were all blatantly fake. The reason for making these pranks fake—
No! He's lying, right? No shot. This can't be the case. I don't believe it. These are real. They're real to me.
Because there was never a standard presented by an audience that we'd expect them to make the content genuine. People valued the stunt over the sentiment behind it. On top of this, the fakeness ensured the safety of the individual involved, particularly when they partook in inflammatory stunts which may cause emotional harm to another individual. Now, honestly, the Ace family were probably far from the worst in this area, and the topics that they faked probably didn't have many social repercussions. But when I found out that a lot of their most viewed videos were pranks, and seeing it as how they kicked off their channel, I started to become a bit concerned. I don't have much confidence in these channels because honestly, I believe that any channel prepared to sell an audience pranks won't shy away from selling the audience anything else. However, it is a case of positive proof, and I am a judgmental person in this instance. But my first impressions of the family were not optimistic to say the least. One of my concerns with channels that fake these things is that they don't really have much concern for their actual relationship.
This video has already been debunked. Please listen to both sides before you come to a judgment about this beautiful family. What? Damn, bro. I have simps for the Ace family. I guess when they have fucking 20 million followers, there's going to be fucking simps for even in this community, you know what I mean? Kind of cool, I guess. Interesting to see this beautiful family. I think they'll be all right, bro. They got like fucking 20 million subs.
With their audience and only care about how the audience sees them, which allows them to partake in exploitive behaviors that the audience overlooked. This is one of the running criticisms when I was accumulating a list of topics that were on the chopping board today, that they pretend to care and actually just exploit the relationship whenever they can, which is a pretty cynical perspective. But once again, to fulfill such a claim, we need proof. Let's talk about the incidents that have drawn this criticism, starting with their charity work. To many audiences, charity work seems like an unmitigated positive. Those who engage in charitable behavior are often praised, and rightly so. However, for the very cynical people, they may see charity as a phony way for a creator to try and gain reputation points, which may lead to more negative exploitation in the future. Now, generally, I don't like to side with the latter perspective, because these sorts of things, even if they're stunts, can bring a lot of positive attention to good causes. But I also have to note as a premise that doing charity work does not make you an inherently good or trustworthy person, which is where we look at the Ace family's charity work.
And lastly, to spice it up a little bit, the person I pick for the one-on-one competition, after he's done taking an L, we're gonna play 5-on-5. He will pick his 4 other guys and I will pick my 4 other guys. And the winner of that game will receive a $100,000 check to donate to charity. Each player on that team will get a portion of the money to donate to their charity of choice. And guys, that's the best part about this event, is to be able to give back. To us, there's nothing better in the world than to give back.
The Ace family love to give back, and so when they announced that they were hosting a charity basketball event in June 2018, obviously in the spirit of Austin's game of choice, people were excited. As heard, the winner of the game would receive $100,000 to donate to charity, a very noble cause indeed. The event came around, it was a huge success, it seemed that people had a great time, and they even donated that $75,000? Alrighty then. This caught fairly immediate criticism, as it was not the amount they had originally pledged to donate. Many theorized that given the sales, they should have made...
Wait, what? What a weird way to fucking... What a strange thing to scam, dude. Like, why would you do that? I don't understand why you would just, like, shave a little bit off the top, dude. What the fuck?
Over $500,000 from the event, but others argued that given the costs, it is possible that $75,000 was actually a reasonable amount to donate. And besides, $75,000 was better than nothing. Any sort of discussion around how much they made is very grey, and so it's hard to tally up cost-profit margins. However, if I was in their shoes, given the money involved, if the donation fell short, I probably would have just filled in the remaining money myself, or at least tried to explain to my audience the situation. The closest they get to doing that is this clip, from what I understand.
That's so strange. How much money do they fucking raise for a massive charity event like that? That's wild.
They took $11 from each ticket for ambulance just to be there on spot.
But even then, the explanation is rather insufficient, as pointed out by epic YouTuber Pyrocynical.
So let's take $11 off each ticket, but that's still a fraction of the possible profit he made compared to the money he gave away. Also, he might have even hired the stadium for a discounted price, or even for free, because this was a charity event.
But I like money.
And regardless, you want to honor your commitment to charity. They were selling merch at like $65 a piece at the event. And
okay, to be fair, I apologize to the Ace family. Originally, I said, like, they're probably fake Christian and, like, fake into God. I'm immediately sussed out. But now that I noticed that they are allegedly engaging in charity fraud, there is absolutely zero things that you can do that's more Christian than some good old-fashioned charity fraud, okay? That is the most, like, church-like thing you could fucking do.
And I feel they could have afforded it. I'm sure the money went to the right cause. I just sincerely hope they did donate every last cent, because the next few events may make you doubt that they did. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, well, shame on me, but still significant amount of shame on you too. And once again, the source of the controversy came from a basketball event involving $100,000. I mean, it's like they're baiting their audience at this point. So in this video, Austin announces he's doing another giveaway, this time actually $100,000, and he'll be giving it to anyone who can shoot 10 consecutive hoops in a basketball competition.
It sounds pretty easy to me. If you think you can do it, hit us up. If you think your favorite YouTuber or celebrity can do it, make sure you tag them. I also put the video on my Instagram, so make sure you tag them in the comments. Guys, it's a free 100K. You don't have to pay to enter, although we suggest, it's up to you, but we suggest whoever wins donates a portion to charity. You all know, Catherine, I love giving back.
Now, given the rather general language, him talking about YouTubers, but...
Hold up. What happened? We're doing a portion now? I wonder if there's a reason why they did that.
But also to out anyone who thinks they're good enough. In both his video and his announcement tweet, you'd expect this competition to be open to anyone, right? Wrong. Austin just listed 20 already fairly wealthy individuals who definitely weren't just randomly selected. It kind of sucked, and to add insult to injury, during the competition he invites one of his other basketball playing friends down who wasn't even on the original list to play, and that guy wins it. 100k, which once again doesn't mean much to anyone. People were fairly annoyed because they did feel misled, not because he actively stated that he was going to be inviting his fans, but because he has shown in the past that he is completely capable of clarifying when he only wants influencers, such as the last basketball game.
What that means is I am going to challenge anyone with a support system, whether that be a YouTuber, whether that be a celebrity, whether that be an artist, whether that be a baby.
So basically you want to play against someone who has a fan base. That can bring a fan base.
Yes.
Someone that has support.
Yes.
When he said the competition was open to people
I mean, he's admitting it. Like, he doesn't give a fuck.
Had the impression that he would be inviting anyone, thus imposing these false expectations. The only comment that could remotely be interpreted in the direction.
I love that this dude is like, I'll dunk on a baby for if the baby's got enough clout. Like, I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? He's like, yeah, I don't care. Does the baby have clout? Fuck it. Bring the baby over, dude. I will body that baby, okay? I'll post up on that little fucking shit.
Of saying it's more influence focused is this one.
So this is a new year. Everyone wants the new year to be better than the last year. So our first video in the new year was a video dedicated to all of our Ace family members. So now we want to do something fun and entertaining for the social media world.
After watching this around 5 times, I came to the conclusion that he was implying this would be focused away from the fans. But it was a vaguely delivered statement, and in the context of the whole video, you'd completely receive a different impression. Again, it's not a huge deal. It's just strange why he didn't seek to make it clearer. Maybe because he thought it wouldn't be high enough stakes if everyone already knew that a rich person was winning 100,000. Maybe he's just bad at explaining things without Catherine there. Nonetheless, it's not a huge deal. He can quickly clear it up, right?
No.
I didn't expect to find any of
Austin of the Ace family's just fucking dunking on Ryan's toy reviews like, get fucked, kid. This one's on God, bitch. Fucking Fortnite dancing on the kid. Like, most successful YouTuber, what? What now?
Austin's response, but I did. And now I understand why he doesn't normally respond. Because, wow, that's a bad response. It's hard to work out exactly what he's saying here or the logic, but he basically seems insulted that people have a problem when he's done so much. And that if you're a true Ace family member, you must appreciate everything else the mighty Austin McBroom does. And take note.
By the way, to be fair, the charity scam from the previous one is significantly worse than this. Like, this seems like padding. Maybe that's just my take, but like in the previous video or in the previous like iteration, like them doing 75 grand instead of 100 grand is really fucked up. Me running an ad at the top of the hour is not really fucked up, but similar to that, especially if I don't tell you that you can avoid those ads by connecting your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account. You get one free Twitch Prime that you can use here. That's another way that you can, avoid the ads. Ad block. Twitch Prime is free. You can do a $5 ad or subscription, or use an ad block or VPN. But here's the ad break now. It's like the same with Twitch streamers. Community streamer thanks you support for your community with subs. Streamer pocket plus $100. Garmoney, it seems you have not been in this community for a very long time, because I will never thank you for subscribing. When, like, it is a very rare treat for everyone and surprising when I do end up thanking for the subscription. So if you are unironically giving money to me, or subscribing so you can hear me read out your username and say thank you for your sub, then you're at the wrong place. Let's keep going.
No issue with his decisions. His other response was at the end of the charity video to the criticism that everyone was rich so they didn't need money.
Damn, it feels so good to like Because a lot of people kept saying, yo, give it to someone who needs it. Like, they kept saying everyone in the event, you know, makes a lot of money, so they don't need it. Guys, you don't know what people's situations are, so you don't know how much someone makes at all, right? But for someone who actually really needed it, I picked someone out of the stands that wasn't in the contest, just because we really wanted to give it away, and I felt like he had a good shot. Next thing you know, he wins the 100K. That's dope. That's such a cool story.
Fair enough, I guess. Well, once again, the problem arose with the fact that this comment seemed purposely dishonest, as the winner, Austin Mills, is the son of Jade Mills, a luxury real estate agent who has over $5 billion in sales. Now, I cannot comment on a son's relationship with his ostensibly rich mother, but it definitely made McBroom's comments look a bit ridiculous.
Are you fucking kidding me, dude? Are you fucking joking? Is this a meme? What? Okay, I spoke way too soon when I said, like, this shit ain't that fucked up. Never mind, that shit is hella fucked up, dude.
It's the Ace family's channel, but the behavior surrounding the stunt seemed insulting to the audience's intelligence, arrogant, and all around a bit mean-spirited. And for someone who's so high...
Look at that, dude. Look at that, dude. The man, the myth, the legend, dude. Rice gum. When I think about like a good charity, I think about rice gum and fucking what's his face? Fraser K. That's how you know this charity is fucking intact, okay? Absolutely working. Absolutely working round the clock. Funniest part is he's actually pretty good at basketball.
Humble and intent on giving back, you'd think he wouldn't react as if he was a god who felt people weren't praying enough to him. Why would it be so hard to apologize for a misunderstanding that seemed honestly purposely vague? I don't know. Let's talk about it more.
Bro, stop this analysis. You could get invited to these b-ball games? No, because my audience would fucking literally shove a rake up my asshole and pull it out of my goddamn heart if I ever went 10 foot near a problematic YouTuber with a problematic past who's throwing a fucking basketball game together, even if it's like a sick opportunity for me to meet someone else that I've never met before. There would be motherfuckers in here like writing dissertations about how insane it is that I like played basketball with the fucking Ace family or some shit. You would literally just be like, you'd literally be losing your shit. And then next week, when fucking Miskiff hangs out with the family, you'd be like, oh my God, that content was so good. Because you hold me to an insane fucking standard. Anyway, you would literally turn around and be like, dude, did you see Ludwig play basketball with the fucking, with the Ace family? That was so sick. Why don't you ever do fun stuff like that?
One of the things that I've noticed is that when being faced down with serious criticism, the Ace family doesn't really like talking about it, and when they do, it's typically not with the most finesse. They have two options. They can respond, which we partly observed already, or they can ignore and elicit sympathy through what may appear to be unrelated methods, but honestly, I'm not sure if they're as coincidental as one might assume. Let's begin with the former, how they act when they respond. I've already criticized them for their response to people's annoyance about the basketball game, which although not the biggest deal, did demonstrate a lack of competence. But there is another great situation which once again illuminates this, and probably a few more points as well.
We've been getting a lot of comments lately asking us what happened with the Ace family in this truck. So we just wanted to address it and let you guys hear firsthand from our mouths.
Bro, every fucking YouTube parent has just the most insane drip. It's like I'm a dad. I'm a YouTube dad. Also, look at my fucking Fendi bag. You know what I mean? Strapped across my chest.
What really happened?
This is one involving an individual by the name of Urban Trademark 7. He's a designer. He makes some pretty slick designs, and he felt that McBroom had ripped him off.
I guess, you know, he came across the merchandise again, and he bought a couple items, and he had asked Bobby, like, yeah.
It's Goyard? Shut up, bitch. I don't know, okay? I don't know the difference between fucking Goyard and Fendi. I just wanted to say a fucking brand, all right? Sorry, I don't know the fucking patterns of Goyard.
Do you know the dude that makes these? And
thanks, Bluebird3415 for the 10 gifted subs.
Bobby, I guess, told him like, yeah, you know, I know him, but all his information is on the label. So if you want to reach out to him, you know, that's his Instagram and all his contacts is on there. So he reached out from the text messages that I post, and I was like, for sure, let's link up and try to put something together then.
To explain in a bit more depth, it appears that Austin had seen and purchased some of Urban's designs while out and about in local stores and had asked after him. Apparently, he really liked the designs and had fans who he felt would appreciate some merchandise made in the style of that content.
So then from there, I was like, all right, well, what I could do is I can make a couple exclusively for you, and then we could sell them, and then, you know, when I link back up, I'll make them. When I link back up, we could negotiate like the price.
So they decide to convene and discuss the prospects of working on some collaborative content. So it appears that they were going to work on some designs together before finalizing the financial side of it. There's also something about a coloring book that I think Urban wanted McBroom to promote as well, one that he gifted to McBroom's daughter, although McBroom didn't want to take a picture with him, which he found suspicious due to disassociation in a way.
So yeah, so I'm like, oh, I'm gonna give intentionally I was just like, I'm gonna give a book to his daughter because I made the book for my daughter. That's what inspired me, and I'm like, he has a little one, so I want to give her a coloring book. So on my way out, when we got to the car, I give him the coloring book.
I mean, said, fuck your book.
Like, hey, you know, this is for your daughter. You know, just give it to her if you can. You know, take a picture. I'm, you know, just trying to promote the book for kids. He was like, dope. That's for sure. I got you. And I was like, do you mind if I get a picture with you with the book? He instantly was like, froze up for a second. Was like, nah, let's just wait, man. I only take professional pictures. And I was like, all right, for sure.
The conversation continued over the following days, with Urban presenting the designs to McBroom, who said he'd been busy. What was he busy with? Well, allegedly
Okay. Sure, that's sus. But what the other dude is doing is kind of fucked up too. Like, especially if you don't have that kind of relationship with someone, and you're just like, like, people roll up to me and want me to fucking promote their shit, you know what I mean? I'm like, I don't know what it is. You know what I mean? It's pretty sharky. So I will put that disclaimer there. They're already collabing. It doesn't matter. They're collabing as on a design on a t-shirt. This guy's like, yo, give this book to your daughter and take a photo with her.
Copying Urban's own designs and then selling them himself. Even one regarding an ice cream truck that the Ace family allegedly nabbed for one of their subscriber specials just under a year later.
And then a couple days later, I seen on YouTube, he had on the bands, some bands that looked like my bands for him and his daughter. They was mad thick. They was mad thick. They wasn't, I just know my work. And I was like, Lika, come here, look at this. And she like, nah. And then, so then I basically, that's what you see from the text. I hit him up. I'm like, bro, what's up with this? And those messages, what we'll put here is basically what transpired. People do that, man. People get really influenced and rip you off so fast that I'm not the only one that's been done to, I'm pretty sure. But, so I kind of like, I took it with a grain of salt. Another thing was dope is I'm working on a truck that I'm about to drop that we can like basically do pop-ups where every band that I make exclusively for you, we pop up, we could sell them, and then, you know, this love. So I tell them the whole get down about the truck and how I used to have a store, and now I feel like mobile is the new wave. And like, you know, and he's like, oh man, that shit sounds genius. I felt some type of way. And that's when I was like, oh nah, I gotta expose this dude because, you know, and then when
that is super fucked up though. Straight up. He not only stole his designs, which is really fucked up, he stole his idea too. Like, he stole his promotional idea too.
It's crazy because when I posted about the truck, people was hitting me up, mad DMs like, You're not the only one he ripped off.
They had a subsequent confrontation in Instagram DMs, and Urban felt provoked eventually into making a video with the publication of this ice cream truck incident. It's hard to exactly measure the verifiability of these claims. It appears that a lot of what was said was true about the circumstances surrounding it. The difficulties come into the fact that it's difficult to exactly argue how much was plagiarized in a way, and how much McBroom just decided to do in his own style. But regardless, it's a shame they couldn't communicate these differences more effectively, and the whole ice cream truck scenario is a bit suspicious. Though, because of the vagueness in the language in the DMs that I've seen, it's difficult to once again say.
He said, I ain't about to read all that.
That I've seen, it's different.
You literally did the meme, dude. It's like, I'm happy for you, or really sad that that happened.
To once again say exactly what's gone on. No one really admits to much. However, as said, this was about response. And once again, Austin demonstrated his exceptional class.
Saw some headbands, hit him up, wanted to collab. He didn't want to collab with me because he tried to say that the headbands were expensive. He was bullshitting. He was trying to get over on me, so I said, you know what, bruh? You know what? I'm going to have my grandma make me my own headbands. Because everybody sell headbands in the stores. Everybody, all the stores sell headbands. You ain't the first headband maker. Who the fuck you think you are? You the inventor of headbands? You idiot. So I made my own headbands. He got mad because I posted it and I had a little following. He got mad I was wearing my headbands with L. He was like, this dude's he tried to take my idea. He took the idea where you put the band around your head and you cross it and you tie it and you put it in your head. He stole that from me. Austin from the Ace family stole my art, and I don't like him. Don't like him, right? So then, a year later, just like Fred, the Ace family.
Wait, I mean, this is pretty good. Like, when you get caught doing something, all you got to do is turn on your turn on your Instagram live and just admit that you did everything that they said you were doing, but with like a snarky tone, so everybody understands that it's fake. That's pretty fucked up.
Family's blowing up. I'm itching for that clout pill. I need that clout. Ace family blowing up. They got over 10 million subs. I'm trying to get some attention. He comes out after we have made an ice cream truck from SD Wraps. They literally customized this random as fuck. They came up with it with their own brain. They made the ice cream truck literally in a day, right? We release it. He tries to come out and say, we took his idea from getting an ice cream truck. You know how many ice cream trucks?
I always thought the worst brained people were people on subreddits that write like massive paragraphs debating people. But turns out it's the fucking joy emoji spammers on the Austin McBroom Instagram live. Like pretty much the fucking worst, dude.
That's the real positivity we love to see. And I'm making a slight observation here, but he's a bit of a dick. Once again, I can't tell you if this is true because I haven't seen any real counter evidence. I'm open to alternative stories as the DMs were pretty vague, but he's just so angry and petulant about it that you kind of want to hate him. And this is one of the problems with the Ace family, and most notable.
Okay, this keeps getting spammed. Or not spam, sorry. This keeps getting fucking posted. And I fully don't understand. Like, what's the deal with this fucking white horse? I need to see the actual video.
Notably Austin, lack of empathy. It was the same problem that made his response to the basketball competition feel disconnected from what people were trying to say. Now it's clear this
My coworker was his private chef on his channel, and they made him do laundry, so he left. Like their laundry or his own laundry?
This isn't a formal response, so I can't judge it too seriously. But he just seems so angry at this guy because he sees anyone who criticizes like that as a clout chaser, even though he was only provoked by one specific incident later, which clearly bothered him. It was clear Urban was upset at the time, and the DMs, even if they were vague, showed a genuine pain. And Austin taps into that during that conversation, saying in the messages that Urban's coming at him like a woman. A very classy man. The contempt implies that he just can't acknowledge that he's ever made any missteps or why anyone would ever be upset at him. And I think that rubs people the wrong way. It rubbed me the wrong way. Disclaimer, the problem of a lack of empathy is going to be a running theme in this video. When you see that side of Austin, it does bring into contention the notion of motives for the way that he interacts with his audience. He always speaks about him wanting to give back. But when people might come at him from an angle that implies they feel dissatisfied with his behavior, he just doesn't seem to clock it. Selfless philanthropy in the way that the Ace family promote is based on
Bro, his I have to say this, dude. His wife is so hot. I mean, he's a good-looking dude too, but goddamn, dude, I've been holding it in the entire time, dude. I'm sorry.
For others, and it adds a shade of skepticism when they seem to demonstrate a lack of it in other areas. It doesn't necessarily prove an inability, but when you frame yourself in a way that anyone criticizing you is a bad faith act.
She used to date Michael B. Jordan? Are you fucking kidding me? Okay, I'm literally not wrong then, dude. Michael B. Jordan is like top 8 hottest person on the planet, dude. What a fucking downgrade, dude. Oh my God. Michael B. Jordan is literally not even top 8, top 5 hottest dudes on the planet, straight up. And she went from Michael B. Jordan to this dude? Oh my God, that's gotta be so sad. That's fucking so sad, dude. Not you simping for Catherine. I would just be so sad every day. Like, I would literally think about that every day. I'd be like, I had attractive as fuck, but not top 5 Padilla. Michael B. Jordan, not top 5. Are you insane?
And true Ace family members know how much they really do, it just gives me Greg Paul vibes. So whereas Greg Paul was overly defensive of destructive behavior from his children, McBroom seems...
Okay, chatters, give me hotter dudes than Michael B. Jordan if it's so fucking easy. Stop saying you. That's like a funny joke. Bro, this is crazy, dude. This is actually... Oh, my God. Also, the chatters were like, oh, she's not hot. You're fucking so stupid. You're so fucking stupid, chatters. Michael B. Jordan, a Walmart blue face? Oh, no. Oh, no. You said Walmart blue face, dude. Wow. Oh, shit. Okay, Michael B. Jordan in these shorts though, that's a downgrade. This is basically agitprop to show you that he's not hot. Or wait, is that a towel? Maybe it's a towel. Nope, those are his actual shorts, dude. Yo, those are so long, dude. What are you doing? Those are so fucking long, Michael B. Jordan. What is going on, dude? Chris Evans? Pfft, no. You said Chris Hemsworth, that's one thing, but Chris Evans is so vanilla, dude. You guys are crazy. Help, my mom's not home. Do you think this poke I bought from the grocery store in Ohio is safe to eat? No, you're in Ohio. Like it matters, the fucking shorts police? MBJ is insanely hot and top 5, and every gay man would agree with you. I mean, I'm literally right. He is objectively one of the best looking dudes on the planet right now, currently. And people say Idris Elba. No, I think Michael B. Jordan's better looking than Idris Elba. Maybe he's just not a whore who wants to show off his slutty knees, bro. Yeah. Hide those slutty knees. But there are non-famous people that look like MBJ. So? Henry Cavill is very attractive. I'll give you that for sure. I think Tom Hardy is very attractive. I think Cillian Murphy is very attractive. I love the bruvs, dude. I mean, my like top 10 hottest dudes list is mostly going to be bruvs. It's true. Anyway, let's keep going.
Seems to have a basic ego problem. I don't want to doubt that the Ace family...
Where's K-pop boys? How do I put this? My taste in men, albeit irrelevant, given my cishet breeder status, is definitely defined by Western beauty standards for sure. So for me, like, I don't want to say it like in an inappropriate way. Can you say androgyny? Is that like an appropriate term there, or is that fucked up? Like, or femme, like you know, more feminine looks, like smooth skin, shit like that. I don't really, doesn't do it for me. Asian men can seem a little feminine. Dude, that is literally not what I'm saying. We're talking about fucking BTS, dude. Like, that is a great look for millions and millions of people. But, like, BTS is not just Asian men, okay? That's literally, like, you are talking about twinks. Not even twinks, like, very... I think androgyny is the right term to use there, is it not? Like, non-conforming to any gender standards. Ooh, A$AP Rocky, that's true. A$AP Rocky is very attractive as well. I hope chatters don't think all Asian men look like fucking K-pop idols, dude. You're gonna be very disappointed if that's what you think is going on. Yeah, dude, all white men look like Robert Pattinson or Pattinson.
Clearly do a fair bit for their audience. It's clear given their interaction, and I respect that, but it's hard to deny that they have fallen short at points, and when you fall short again and again and again, the criticism will begin to accumulate. And as
who are your top 5 women? Your mom, your mom, your mom, your mom, your mom.
Said, Austin isn't one for official statements, unless they're completely unrelated to the actual criticism. What do I mean? Well, in spite of the fact that the Ace family seldom demonstrates sympathy for their critics, they're more than ready to expect it themselves, and often at opportune times, so I wanted to focus on this for the next part. I've already talked about a couple instances where they seem to undermine standards that many would consider standard for that of a creator their size. But it does not end there. As a successful creator, it's likely that you may want to engage your audience through other mediums. This is something that the Ace family decided to pursue with the launch of their Ace Family app. Now, looking at it in its current state, reviews are overwhelmingly positive, so hopefully any problems there have been resolved. However, at the time, there were many people who had felt ripped off due to the lack of content. There were a couple of reasons for this, at least as I understand, and therefore the Ace family felt it was a good time to...
Catherine was escorted in Miami around the same time you lived there? Damn, good for her, dude. Hey. Good for her, queen.
Take a break.
This is
I wish we met.
we will be taking a break from YouTube.
Not telling you guys how long just yet, but we are taking a break. During our break, which is why we said it wasn't really going to be a break, we'll be focusing on our app along with our merch. For all the people who have the Ace Family membership, we cannot thank you guys enough for all the love and support that you continue to show us. Just know we have a lot coming. We're not gonna say too much. We just wanna upload exclusive content and show you guys.
As many people interpreted this, it meant that they were going to be making content for the Ace Family app and therefore creating a paywall between them and some of their less privileged viewers. As said, there were complaints that they weren't providing enough content on the app to justify the additional payment. So basically, it felt like they were kind of failing on both fronts. Generally, unless you're really strapped for cash, it's good to make exclusive content as a bonus rather than taking it away from your public content. However, a break is a break, and in their defense, it's hard to say whether their comments were in reference to working on plans of their app or just the content itself. I feel that this situation was likely a boiling over of other situation, but it's clear that the Ace Family at this point, after a run of controversies, probably had enough. This was all occurring in January of 2019, one of their most controversial months, with reference to the 100k basketball competition and another incident involving the purchasing of a phallic lollipop for a child, which we'll get to later. Now, many people were focusing on the app at this point, but when they announced a break, I found it coincided very conveniently with the announcement of what is now known as the Ace Family documentary, Welcome to Our Life. Now, to defend them on this front, this was probably a conceptual idea before the drama, but given their selected break that ends with their return, it's very easy to think where their focus in the ensuing month may have been. I don't know how much they worked on their merch or their app, but I think they had a bit of focus on this too. I like documentaries on principle. Hell, there's even a documentary out there on me, and it won't be the last time that I try and make that sort of thing. From a filmmaking perspective...
Wait, what happened with their app, chat? I missed it. I was peeing. I was doing a pee-pee. We're not getting an app from me.
They can be really great. But I think one of my biggest problems with documentaries, even those like the ones from Shane Dawson, is that they can easily control the narrative and are often trying to make a statement on the actual character of an individual, rather than any greater message, and therefore it can be utilized, particularly by larger YouTubers, for propaganda reasons. It's very easy for an individual to own a narrative when they own the camera, even when they say it's behind the scenes. Behind the scenes documentaries were often gritty, and characters were sometimes unlikable because they had a unique value in their performance that no one else could substitute, and therefore their whole behavior came with them. The modern-day YouTube documentary can be very easily hijacked by an individual to elicit sympathy from their audience, and that's the impression I received when I heard about the Ace Family documentary. How did they follow through on it?
And what we do is so difficult. I feel like people don't understand that there's really nothing private in our lives anymore.
I decided to take on the burden of watching these episodes of it in case they said anything of interest, and the first episode was harmless enough. They talk about moving around and privacy issues, and although I wouldn't exactly consider $1,500 a month apartment a struggle, it was alright. I understand that as public figures, they probably have a stressful life.
Wait, they said that they were struggling because they were living in a $1,500 apartment? Bro, I lived in a fucking kitchen of a frat house, dude. I mean, it's like annoying when people are like comparing, oppression or struggle, I guess, but.
My feelings were slightly mellowed by the end of the first episode. However, they went.
You're not want to talk? Yeah, I knew someone was gonna be like, dude, shut the fuck up. Dude, you're not want to talk, bro. Can you explain to Aiden? He doesn't know why. What is this? This is by far the worst month of my life. I don't understand why I'm getting absolutely shitted on right now in my life. I don't get it. I just don't. Oh.
straight into it with the second.
Whenever we do something good, whenever we give back or we try to help people, like no one ever really talks about that. But as soon as like something comes up to where the Ace family is looked at in a bad light, or there's some like drama stirred up or some controversy stirred up about us, and it's not necessarily true, like people hop on the bandwagon so quick, and that shit will make the news rather than all the good things that we've done.
Here you go. I gave Aiden some kind words of encouragement, okay? Keep your head up, King.
I guess this is what
Keep your head up, King. Your do-rag is falling. That was a good one, Chatter. Oh, Jesus Christ.
many would consider an indirect response. It's completely coated with multiple other narratives and is what many YouTubers will do if they don't feel like they can give a direct response to the criticism. They'll basically just create some straw man and say, wow, the haters do suck. It reminds me of that Jake Paul rap. You know the one.
I forgot about this, dude. I memory hold this, dude. This is so good. Oh, it's so good. It's so bad. It's the worst thing. This is way worse than Everyday Bro.
It sucks that media is often oriented towards the negative, but that's only because the negative actions aren't what you'd expect from an individual. It's out of the ordinary, and therefore people are more interested when a person indulges in it.
Bro, rap era of YouTube was, I think, the worst, right? Like the rap era of YouTube had to have been just the absolute worst thing that happened in the history of rap or YouTube.
In it. That's not saying that you're a bad person, and mob mentality can sometimes lead to the wrong impression. We're all aware of that now. But to act as if all the backlash that you receive is representative to, for example, people being upset over tweets made 7...
Wait, what?
Backlash that you receive is representative to, for example, people being upset.
Can't do black girls because after I'm done, I'm gonna have to pay for their hair. Hashtag all bad. Wait, they got mad at it? Oh no. I mean, it's not even, if a fucking white person is saying that, then it's different. It's like, one, he's saying it in 2011, and two, dude, I'm not even gonna touch this discourse. Actually, fuck it. I'm not. Because, like, the people that get really mad at this always get mad at me whenever I talk about this sort of stuff and say, don't get involved in black people's businesses, you fucking Yakubian devil, you, okay? But it's just like, it literally from 2011, and also like, me and my very black wife are pissed. Wonder what happened to that guy. We don't all have like weave. If it's natural, it's a dumb statement. No, that's not the point. No, he's just like trying to make a fucking joke. But yep, there it is. Black men hate black women. I don't want to fucking get involved in this, okay? But it's literally there's a lot of fucking discourse on black Twitter about this very subject, and black women get very upset and mad at black men, and black men get upset at black women. That's why I said
Set over tweets made 7 or 8 years ago is extremely deceptive. Does it mean that those people don't exist? Not
and Lucy scared me away from black girls, blondes with blue eyes that are looking more appealing. Oh,
at all. But they're certainly not representing the majority of what people are likely bothered by. Basically, this whole scene felt like Austin wanted to create something vague enough to invalidate and engrave it in the docuseries that throws in other, maybe very legitimate struggles in an attempt to elicit sympathy from an audience that probably hasn't thought about the distinction between legitimate criticism and illegitimate criticism.
People go out of their way to make something seem so different of what it is.
Hasan, not gonna touch this, proceeds to lightly fondle. Listen, there are a lot of children of Yaqub in this community. Okay, at least tangentially learning about like black Twitter feuds about misogynoir versus I don't know. I watch everything, okay, from afar, quietly, and I'm here to impart my knowledge.
I literally just
Children of who you said? Yaqub.
posted a snap of Alea, like me playing with her, her laying on her stomach, having tummy time, and now I'm getting bashed for it.
What do you mean? What are people, like people saying something?
Like, yeah, they're saying I'm such a bad dad because I laid my newborn on her stomach, when it's literally just tummy time. Like, everyone knows about tummy time.
You're kidding.
I laid her on her stomach to give her tummy time. I'm sitting there like making a cute snap with her, and now people are bashing me for it.
Wait, why?
Like, this is why Catherine and I hesitate to film our kids.
He's representing the criticism that he receives by talking about this situation that I don't think anyone with a brain is going to be thinking about. Then there's the implication spread to the point that this is the sort of stuff being spoken about in the serious videos on him. He shows a reel of those videos, which it really isn't. I get that people being overly critical of mob mentality, they are all things that grind many of our gears, but to throw videos and to create this umbrella is dishonest, and playing the sad music and implying sympathy with a title like The Truth About the Ace Family is about as heavy-handed as they come.
Like I've said before, we're human and we've made some mistakes. I mean, like, we're not perfect.
Right.
But it doesn't mean that we're bad people.
YouTuber apology videos, dude. Oh, Jesus Christ, dude. With the fucking... You got the fuchsia filter on. You got, like, dramatic violin playing in the background. Hands fucking clasped tightly together. Emotional, dude. We're human.
People, and something coming out and circulating again is literally purely just to make us look bad.
Here you are in a scene where they almost come to terms with their imperfections, but then they flip it onto their head and say,
Bro, if you're doing an apology video and you got like 3 different angles that you're switching in between, like, it doesn't seem authentic, dude. I'm just saying, like, FaZe Jarvis did it better. Okay? That's all I'm going to say. One camera, tears come in like at 3.5.
Anyone releasing this stuff is just trying to make us look bad, which, given the criticism that I've discussed already, is a fundamentally redundant statement, given that some of these criticisms came from your own fans. It's such an arrogant attitude that they try to masquerade in the "oh, woe is the struggle of the Ace family" narrative. Listen, there are problems that come with fame. I can get why unnecessary attention and criticism can bother you, but to speak generally and then provide an extreme circumstance to try and explain why you're actually suffering is like Al Capone asking why so many people were out to get him when all he did was evade taxes. Also, do you know how to say the word frustrated? Because I'm feeling pretty frustrated right now.
Frustrate us. It's frustrating. And that's the frustrating thing.
Next part. There's good criticism and bad criticism. If you can't separate it, I don't really have much respect for throwing an umbrella over it and arguing that they were the true victims. A lot of the criticisms that they received could have been resolved fairly easily. Only donating $75,000 charity? Donate an extra 25. Holding a basketball shootout where fans feel misled? Do another one involving your fans, or at least do something involving your fans as compensation. People feel like you've screwed them over? Don't be a dick and go out and just talk a bunch of crap. It's not rocket science, and I get you don't want to yield on every occasion, but there's a point where principle pushes into stubbornness and you just end up looking unreasonable. And hell, when you actually...
Oh my God, someone said ableism. Oh, you were fucking baiting.
Make a mistake and you receive criticism that you can't respond to, apologize, or at least admit you got something wrong. The phallic lollipop is a prime example of something that could have just been solved with a tweet saying it was inappropriate,
Wait, what?
my bad, but it wasn't. The Ace family are more than happy to admit they've made...
Wait, did I miss the phallic lollipop? What's that? What the fuck's that? Was it when I was peeing?
mistakes, but they'll never tell you which specific ones because they don't want to actually admit to anything. I don't think it's that demanding, and that's one of the things that I think just shows to me that McBroom has a significant ego problem, that they just don't want to ever say they've done anything specific wrong, and if you make...
Dude, I know what a phallic lollipop is, okay? I know. Thank you for describing to me what phallic means. Oh, penis lollipop, homie. Oh, shit. No shit, dude. That's crazy. I know what phallic means as a word. I just didn't hear the part where, like, he went over it. So I was thinking maybe I was peeing and I missed
any specific criticisms, they will blow it up to a greater character implication and say, how dare you? We're not bad people. Not everyone's saying you're bad people. Some of these critics are even your fans. It's very easy to see their whole documentary series as a beg for sympathy towards conflicted fans who may be on the fence about their behavior, and I personally find it rather manipulative. The documentary was probably the most elaborate way to try and retain fans. It was probably done in the light of the success these Shane Dawson videos had yielded too, so it was a win-win. However, it's not the first time that people have accused them of baiting for sympathy. No, there was an even more notorious incident in the year prior, not too long after they had received a bit of stick for the 75k basketball situation. When something happens to you, it's natural for you to receive people's sympathies, which is why sometimes people are a bit suspicious about the motives of those who have terrible stuff happen to them not too long after they've received some criticism. This was the case for the Ace family, who had their house robbed in July of 2018, amongst a fairly decent wave of criticism. On one hand, this was met with a lot of sympathy, and people understood why the Ace family were distraught over this. However, very quickly, suspicion began to boil up around the circumstances surrounding this incident. Did the Ace family arrange or stage their own break-in? However, ladies and gentlemen, this is a crime scene, and we need someone on the case. So I've assigned Detective Jonathan Aubrey to deal with this matter and to see if we can work out what can be said about the situation. I suggest we pass it over to him to present it and his subsequent findings.
Parents often play a critical part in forming their child's first relationships, acting as a role model and exemplifying the types of behaviors they wish to see exhibited by their own one day. As such, children will always turn out best when their parents are there to nurture, love, and support them throughout their personal experiences. Which is why we need more parents shoving cameras down their kids' throats for the sole purpose of internet clout. That was a joke. We don't need that at all, actually. But regardless, family vlogs have always been an integral aspect of YouTube as we know it. From the Shaytards all the way down to the Inghams, families will continue to play a significant role in the online zeitgeist. And although it isn't necessarily for me, I understand the appeal. People, children especially, crave the types of connections that can be easily accessed through internet personalities. When you watch Cole and Sav, for example, you aren't just another audience member, you're a part of their lives, adding to the immense power.
Bro, why is every family YouTuber have those, like, dead eyes, dude? What's going on there? What's up with that? Like, they all have, like, that. I mean, even the fucking baby's got dead eyes, dude. What's going on here?
How are these figures?
They're always so perfectly manicured. And I don't mean their fingies. Like, I just mean in general. They're, like, so perfectly coiffed and manicured, and everything is just like, it's just so strange to me, man.
Often wield. Kids and families trust that these types of creators are being open and honest with them, giving them an elevated responsibility, which is why many believe these channels deserve to be held accountable for their actions, hence why the Ace family has been the subject of such intense scrutiny.
Ace family, so we just got home. We've been at Disney all day.
Dude, I have a hot take here that kind of betrays what we're doing here, but like, anything beyond just like kind of making fun of these people, depending on what their like what the crimes that they've committed are, anything beyond just like making fun of them is a little bit overkill. Now, I might be saying that way too soon because like it seems like they staged a robbery against themselves or something. Okay. But maybe it's because like the essay format, they pile on a lot of the criticism and some of it's just like not that bad. You know what I mean? Of course, you defend big content creators. Like, I mean, it's a joke. I don't need to respond to it. Hasan, it's just a joke. Why are you going to address that?
And someone broke into our house.
On August 16th, 2018, the Ace family made waves in the community by uploading their famed "Someone Broke Into Our House" vlog, where the title pretty much tells you all you need to know.
We literally walk in the house. The house is pitch black. We're tired as hell because we've been at Disney for the past 6 hours. And I'm holding the L in my arms. Catherine's coming in behind me. Like I said, the house is pitch black. I put the keys down the counter, and I hear some like glass dropping. And I look over, and it's a back door shattered. So I told Catherine, the girls, get the fuck out of there. We left. Had to run to the neighbors, talk to the neighbors, and now, like I said, the cops are finally here. And hopefully they didn't take too much shit.
Their vlog.
Oh God.
Documents the aftermath of a supposed home invasion that took place while the three were spending some quality time together at Disneyland. The half-hour-long video depicts police cars, smashed belongings, ransacked closets, and of course Austin and Catherine trying their absolute best to save face in the wake of a crisis.
Oh, they took all my purses.
They took what?
They took all my purses.
Motherfuckers.
I don't give a shit about purses. So.
Baby, they took your stuff. You okay? It's okay. We don't need none of that. We don't care about that. All we care about is you, mama.
They both make a clear effort to drive home the fact that, oh, things can be replaced, but people can't. Which is nice, you know? I mean, I don't think you'll find many who disagree with that sentiment. But to me, they just seem a little too calm and collected to have just found out their $10 million home was burglarized. Which was just the beginning of the suspicions more and more people would start to air.
Our merch box?
They went inside the merch box, bro. What were they looking for?
We legit have no valuables. Literally, the only thing valuable is my daughter, and that's about it.
They try to take the YouTube playbook.
It's true that robberies can happen to anyone, anywhere, at any given time. But to ignore the glaring circumstances surrounding the family at the time of their break-in would be counterproductive. As James was quick to mention earlier, people do crazy things for sympathy, especially those who make their living by earning clicks online. Lord knows Austin and Catherine are no strangers to clickbait. Hell, even if the robbery did happen, they still went out of their way to stage a whole ass thumbnail to get that sweet, sweet CTR.
Oh my God, dude! Bro, they had the daughter
went
doing
out of their way to stage a whole ass thumbnail.
Are you fucking kidding me? Oh my God, dude! That's insane. Hey, yo, come on, put your hand in front of your face. Come on, baby, just do that. Like, they look solemn and sad. Like, do they get the officers? Do they get the fake cops to take that photo, you think, chat? Like, who took the photo?
To get that sweet, sweet CTR. It strikes me as a bit odd that just a
Witch Talk is mad at you? Oh, no.
I literally, like, did some shit to, like, help Hasan. And he called me a chatter. You don't know pain. I'm the Joker, baby.
What?
I literally, like, did some shit to, like,
What the fuck? Stop saying she's hot, chat. What the fuck?
A few weeks prior to this incident, the whole basketball controversy went down, in which people accused the family of stealing money from a charity event. So would it be within reason for someone in their position to stage a fake tragedy for the simple aim of gaining pity? Yes, but does that mean without a shadow of a doubt that the robbery was faked? No, not.
Wait. Send me the OG video, chat. I need to know. What is it? House broken into. What is the Ace family?
Someone told me love was only.
Oh my God, they have their own intro music?
In the movies, it don't exist in real life these days now. But you showed me.
Dude, they literally, oh my God. They have like the whole, like they just shoot this like a soap opera.
If I only just find the faith I need to believe, anything is possible.
Kind of slaps though.
You want it bad enough, know the sky ain't too high. Test your limits. You can feel unstoppable, incredible. Almost there, I can see I'm so ready.
I like that he puts his hand on the camera. Like it's enough time for filming. Like now we're doing family time. Except, you know, the entire thing is filmed. Like their whole, okay, anyway. Like, hey, you can't see this part. Like I'm kissing my wife. Except like this entire video is about how they staged a robbery on themselves. And here is 28 minutes of that. You know what I mean? That's wild. Okay, so let's see some of these thumb cops. Okay.
Looking for.
We legit have no. Oh,
I can't believe they stole our merch, dude. So.
Is that legal?
Damn, guys.
It is? Download out of that? I know. Scanners. Is that legal, isn't it?
And I guess the cops just said TMZ is already outside. Well, let's check L's room. L, baby, let's.
TMZ's already outside? I don't know if the cops are fake or not. But then again, we already know. We already fucking know that I'm not very good at, you know, figuring out if someone's a fake cop and someone's a real cop, because...
My arms, Captain's coming in behind me. But like I said, this is scary. This is how you know.
Up! Hold up!
Oh, shit. But like I said, this is scary.
Chatters in the TikTok comments. Parasocial relationships are really out of hand, especially during lockdown, and then the best way to avoid that pain is to subscribe at the top of the hour. Oh man, that does remind me. It is top of the fucking hour, dude. Thank you, chatter. And that means it's time for a 6-second ad break, baby. Yep. That's what that means. Now, of course, if you'd like to no longer see said ads, you can subscribe. I'm going to give a hat tip to the fucking chatter that actually, you know, sent that my way. Imagine baiting 10 hours in advance on TikTok. You know what I mean? God damn. We need to strike on giving him transition chat to make him think it's of his own. What do you mean? That was pretty good. We have done a lot. I did a segue inside of a P.O. box. And chatter was like, I'm going to one-up that. I'm going to literally come from a different platform 10 hours ahead of time and link it to you. Top of the fucking hour. Twitch Prime is free. You can avoid ads that way. Adblock VPN. Here's the ad now. pretty good. So this does look like
how you know.
the fake cop cars that they
It's a
have, but they.
robbery.
I don't know. That looks real, man. That does look real. That looks real. No ads in the Philippines? Yeah, no. That's why I say VPN. Like a VPN to make it seem like you're from fucking. Dude, there's not a single cop here. What the fuck?
That's
Was
weird.
it locked in or no?
It was partially locked. Like it wasn't. It was turned, but not.
Is that mail for here?
Yeah. It says Ace Family all over it.
Our merch box?
They went inside the merch box. Bro.
Yeah, they're not showing any of the cops' faces, so. That bald one, I want to know. I mean, he's got some shit on him. Does he not have a gun? I don't think he has a gun.
That would not be up here. They brought that bitch from downstairs.
They took all my bags
All
too.
my shit in here.
Damn.
Well,
That
no
means they have a
cash.
car.
We don't keep cash.
That means they had a car.
Yeah.
Carry all those bags.
Okay, now let's see. Oh, they didn't take. I don't have jewelry, so they didn't.
Oh, they
really,
left Elle's ring.
Yeah, they left.
I don't have jewelry. I don't like expensive things. Why is the cop making small talk with him?
Elle's ring, the only thing I cared about in this entire house.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Wait, who's this guy? That's not a cop, dude. Watch out, Austin McBroom. The robber is still there with you. Okay, that's not the same cop from the fucking shit, but. Hold on. What was the cop request thing? Like, what was the website, chat? Was it LA Cop Hire? No, what was it? The website where that Cop Shop LA, right? Yeah. They have their cast on here. No, that's on Production Hub. That's not what I want. I want the actual website, dude. What the fuck? Oh, here it is. Hold on. Hold. Let's see. He's not coming up on here. Up. Is that him? Officer Quirrell? No, Officer Quirrell is a little bit older. SWAT teams available.
They left your ring, baby. They left your ring. I love you.
Is that legal?
Damn, guys.
It is? Download out of that? I know.
Hold on. You guys are saying this video is from 3 years ago, but like, who cares? This website hasn't been updated since like 1917, okay? Officer Diaz? No. Are you sure they're from LA? Yeah, they are. I think they are wearing vests in this. Good one. Their cop cars are literally like... Their cop cars are unironically identical. Like, it's just crazy. To like the LAPD cop cars, though. So it's hard to... They have the same uniforms and the same cop cars. Check archive? No, I don't care about the archive. Give me the I need to find like a real LA cop car. Wouldn't the cops sweep the house to see if the burglar was there? Yeah,
I know. Why is that illegal, isn't it?
And I guess the cops just said TMZ is already outside. Well, let's check L's room.
I gotta say, that's how much we care about you guys, and the fact that we can't even get the little privacy that we have.
Okay, the rest of this fucking video is just him talking to a camera. Anyway, alright, let's get back to this.
Necessarily, which is why we need to look at the details of the proceeding before we do anything else. At first, people were already suspicious of the way the police behaved on camera, some viewers even going so far as to insist that they weren't even a part of the
NBA Finals are starting in 8 minutes. Game 5. Do you think we can wrap this up? I gotta go. Okay, get the fuck out of here then. What do you mean?
LAPD.
Let's turn the lights on.
You didn't take your wallet?
Mostly everything that's ransacked was upstairs.
What?
Recording? We're gonna be on YouTube?
Yeah.
I'll come up on
My guy right here, he's helping us out. He's part of the Ace family.
A theory that was later reinforced when a fan dug up evidence of a place called Top Cop Shop in LA renting out fake police and squad cars on August 16th. The same night, the robbery
I literally didn't have to do this. Like, I didn't have to go through all of this at all. The video does it already.
Reportedly took place. Catherine was quick to dismiss the smear campaign against her family on Twitter, though you can't really blame people for asking the question, can you? Renting reenactors is not particularly uncommon in reality TV, leading many to wonder if they had just recreated the incident in an attempt to make their situation appear more dramatic for YouTube. Perhaps the family had suffered an actual home invasion a day prior and, being unsatisfied with the initial footage, rented out fake cops to hype it up for the cameras. After all,
oh, it is. So I was right.
With the
That guy
initial
is
footage,
him.
rented out fake cops to hype it up for the cameras.
Yeah. Damn, the Ace family robbery fake. One of my followers tagged decided to email the company who are known for police actors. My name is Debbie Miles. I'm Austin McBroom's financial advisor. We recently hired your company to provide a few actors to star in a video shoot in LA. Would you please copy me an invoice on file for these services? Customer's name is Austin McBroom. Thank you for your time. No shot. You were wrong. Chat was right. How did you miss this? Aiden, you want me to be bravophobic. That's what you want. Hey, it's not just checking in to clear our schedule. This segment is done at 6:30, correct? Gotta wrap it up.
After all, it couldn't have been completely fabricated. The real police report was posted by Keemstar on Twitter. Austin later...
If there's a real police report, then it's not fabricated. Like, somebody actually came over and actually did a fucking police report.
Later appeared in an Instagram live following the incident, showing unedited footage of someone checking for fingerprints the next morning. Although it's pretty standard protocol to check for those kinds of things immediately after the incident takes place, as to not disrupt the crime scene. So, you know, that's a little sus. He also announced that the family would be moving to a new house since they no longer felt safe in their current home, leading some to assume that they simply trashed the house and left it. Though that's a bit of a stretch considering it took almost an entire year for the move to officially happen. But even then, it's not completely off the table, and we never saw any footage of the actual robbery. A $10 million house is sure to come with cameras, an alarm system at the very least, but despite their abundant coverage of the situation, they never.
People are like, bro, the cops walked all over evidence. What, you think when a fucking robbery happens in a house, the LAPD's like, let's bust out the gloves, folks. This is an active crime scene now. Like, no, dude, those motherfuckers are incompetent as shit, dude. Like, that's not exactly to show that someone is a fake cop. You know what I mean? The only thing that's weird is that they never have Los Angeles Police Department as a tag on their arms. That's the biggest sussy baka thing there. Real cops have badges that indicate, like, they have badges that indicate that they are from the LAPD, and none of the fucking fake cops ever do. That's the big difference, okay? That's the only thing that shows that this is most likely fake cops. Like, it doesn't show their fucking precinct. None of them have ranks. Like, it doesn't have the little, the rank. You know what I mean? Okay, maybe they're all like, I don't know how to describe it. Because impersonating an officer is a fucking crime. Yeah, but these guys literally get paid for it, so. Actual police report screenshot. Occupation celebrity? What? Stolen loss $28,730. Estimated damage $1,000. Sliding glass door, broken window, instrument tool used, unknown. Unknown suspects broke rear sliding glass door, ransacked residence, took multiple items, and fled in unknown direction. Damn, bro, Austin McBroom is 5'11".
So much as mentioned any of that. It just comes off so orchestrated to me. I don't know.
Here we are being so honest with you guys. Like, you guys say the craziest rumors about us, like the craziest things. Someone is making a fake receipt of like us paying for cop actors. Like, these were real cops that were in our home. Like, that's against the law to do that, to fake a receipt, to fake an invoice. That's against the law.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's slander. We have to leave our house. Like, we can't be here anymore. As much as I'd love to continue living in my home, we have to leave because it's not safe.
Looking at the evidence, I believe something must have happened to them. But even that still leaves room for more unanswered questions. Things like, why didn't these robbers take the diamond play button? And why was Austin filming the entire time as if to prove he wasn't hiding anything? Someone in their position probably wouldn't have behaved as orderly, given the tremendous shock and grief.
Bro, if your house gets broken into, you don't just like fucking, you know, bust out the camera and film. You know what I mean? You, like, that's crazy. Or make a thumbnail. You know what I mean? Or this is Aiden Ross all over again, dude. Real cops come up for a fucking staged robbery, and then they bring in the fake cops to film afterwards.
That must come along with getting your mansion ransacked while you're conveniently out at Disneyland. The Ace family is in such a position to where they can literally lie about anything to their audience, and they're not really going to be pressed for the real truth. The dishonesty of this family runs deep, and whether this was staged or not, people have every reason to question the parts of their life they publicize.
XQC barely even said shit when his house got broken into. Yeah. Because when your fucking house that you used to live in gets broken into, it's a traumatic experience, dude. You're like, you're not fucking, you don't want people to know. I've told you guys this before. A lot of stuff happens behind the scenes to streamers, and you don't know about it, even no matter how parasocial this relationship goes. There's a lot of stuff that happens behind the scenes, and you don't want the fucking people to gain any sort of like excitement out of like getting to you, so people don't mention it. And plus, to deter copycats, people don't mention that shit usually.
The fact that this all came only 2 weeks after some of Austin's old problematic tweets resurfaced, coupled with their apparent inability to simply own up to their own mistakes, is enough to make anyone suspicious. But would this family really go through all the trouble of hiring fake cops to drum up a sensationalist story for the sole purpose of seeking reconciliation among their fan base? That's something I'll let you decide for yourself.
That was some intense detective work, but I'm proud to have YouTube's finest on the case, which I'm aware is the equivalent of kindergarten cop, but I think John would make an excellent Arnold Schwarzenegger, if Arnold Schwarzenegger was a tiny twink, of course. But we love him all the same. I think probably the most frustrating part of the whole ordeal was once again their reaction to the idea that people may be doubting this. It's the same routine that we've seen time and time again, and you think they'd just be a bit more understanding of what's come their way, but they just don't have a clue how to fully get people to understand their perspective. Austin and Catherine have never been afraid to present an image of themselves to the audience, but they're also masters in orchestrating the representation of their lives. So house intrusions, whether legitimate or not, is obviously going to be seen by many as part of the melodrama, and many others as a distraction to how they actually act behind the scenes. However, even if they fake their intention for the good deeds, they're good deeds. If they provide...
Someone can literally be shot dead, and most people's first instinct is to start recording it. That's just how people work these days. Bro. He didn't record it with his phone camera, dog. He busted out the fucking Sony 4K with the tripod extension connected to the underbelly so he could get the fucking best angles. What are you talking about? That's not like... I don't think Austin McBroom was recording the cops out of fear that he might get fucking brutalized by the police. You know what I mean? They literally staged a thumbnail afterwards.
The right message for aspiring creators and parents, then that can't be a bad thing, right? But are they really truly virtuous? Are they really who we should be looking up to? I'm just not entirely sure they are. Now, as mentioned at the start, the move away from wholesome role models towards characters that inspire more cynicism is something that is impossible to avoid. The Ace family is no real exception to that rule. And I understand that, but I would also posit that in spite of this, family channels should be held to a marginally higher standard than those.
I know how David did this with a person literally in his house at the same time.
There are 4 cop cars on my street right now. I told the cop that I'm a vlogger, and he goes, Jesus Christ.
Hey, if you're actually this much of a crazy idiot, I may have to call you back to be in my vlogs full time.
Okay, so what's going on? That's his. The brush is his. That gun probably scared you guys, my bad. Damn it, he went on my couch. It's a dope couch.
Well, it looks like he tried to set up my security system. That's kind of ironic.
Oh, he did. Nothing happened here, which pisses me off, because this is my roommate Alex's room, and he deserves some stuff to happen to him. We could invite him back in and have him sleep on my roommate's bed. Did you guys find my friend's weed?
No.
Hey, good, yeah, there's no
Is
such
this
thing.
fake?
It's legal now, so.
Oh, it is? Good, then I don't have to hide the coke.
Either you want him to go to jail for breaking into your house or not. It's very simple.
Can I meet him first?
This is that grind.
Like, these are fake cops? Bro, these are fake cops, dude?
Yeah. Okay, this is not an app that you can just... Right?
Babe, I killed him. I killed him with my bare arms. Thank you.
Oh my god, can I come over?
Yeah. This must be a separate call for Jason. That's a bad joke. I don't know why I made that.
Hey, if breaking into houses doesn't work out.
So he hired this dude to, like, break into his house. Not actually fake. He got the guy arrested. Wait. Dude, there is no fake, like, EMT, dude. They don't. Unless there is one. I mean, maybe there is one. I don't think this is fake. I just bit my tongue.
Not anymore. You can always join the dirty gang. Next time, if you want to come over, just shoot me a text. Bye, buddy. Hope you find your dad.
Okay, to be fair, like that's terrible, dude. Why the fuck would you say come back anytime, dude? You don't want to fucking. You'd never want to give people, you know, you never want to get people excited. The merch on the fake criminal. Yeah, what happened there?
Merch?
Yeah, I get, you think that's funny now, but I get sales, bitch.
Nick, you just have a lot of relatives.
I'm so confused by this. Demean him for no reason. The fuck do you mean demean him for no reason? The dude broke into his house. If it's fucking real, then like, that's the least of that dude's concerns, dude. What the fuck? Some of you are ridiculous, dude. Okay, dude, this is too confusing for me. Okay, fuck.
Those of Jake Paul, because although they are more than worthy of their criticism, like a lot of it, Jake Paul is at least the representation of a dumb, privileged frat boy who just moved in with his friends. His antics represent a fleeting part of young adulthood that will eventually capitulate itself. He has the inspirational garbage, but it's so unbelievably inept that no one really buys it. With the Ace family, what they're doing is presenting this family life, which, as mentioned, a cultural staple to many, a necessary stage of growth and a part of everyone's life, whether positive or negative. On the one hand, I would hope that the Ace family realizes their behavior has an effect on probably the workings of many other families. On the other hand, it makes what we're about to talk about worse. I think this is what particularly vexed people in the next couple of situations that we're going to be discussing. Let's talk about the lollipop. This situation once again occurred in January of 2019, as mentioned. Austin was taking a child out shopping. They go into what I assume is a novelty shop or a more adult-oriented shop, and then, shock horror, on his Snapchat story this is posted. He finds himself in some hijinks.
What'd you say? What'd you say? What are you trying to get to? You love what? Oh, God. You don't need that.
Oh my God, dude. What the fuck? That's so fucking gross, dude. What the fuck's he doing? Real Christian vibes there. I can't show it to you because I don't want to get fucking banned.
Oh no. I can't believe she wanted the penis-shaped lollipop. What madness. How on earth?
It's a fucking cock-shaped lollipop, okay? That's what it is.
Did that happen?
Are you really making me buy this lollipop right now? You really want it? Yeah. Oh, God.
It's gonna be 7.
Please, bro, put that in a bag right now. Keep that in the bag forever. Do not show that to anybody, okay? Okay. That's your little secret. Guys, I'm in so much trouble. But she said she was gonna steal it if I didn't buy it, so better me buy it.
Oh, damn it, Austin. He had to buy it for her, or else she was gonna steal it. Damn, McBroom really got put in a tough situation here. I'm sure that everyone bought that very sincere explanation. They didn't. And there was immediate criticism for Austin because he bought a penis-shaped lollipop for a child and then gave it to them. It was extremely inappropriate and not the sort of thing that you...
Ted Cruz, Austin McBroom, my daughter is the reason why I did this. Come on, Chad, I gotta make some political jokes, you know what I mean? That's how you know someone's got good moral fiber, when they just straight blame their fucking, like, little baby child daughter.
you would hope a family YouTuber to be doing. It's hard for me to be particularly angry. I was much angrier when Jake Paul just shouted at babies, so maybe I'm just desensitized to penis. But I do agree with the criticism. No doubt Austin clearly wanted a funny story but knew he'd get stuck, so tried to pin the responsibility on the child. I think it illuminates one of the biggest problems with children in family vlogs. In their little documentary series, they say this.
Yeah.
Like if Elle didn't like being in front of the camera, if she was like,
Oh, we would not
like
be the
running,
Ace family.
like if she was running away and she wasn't like, you know, interacting, we would not be the Ace family.
No, we wouldn't. 100%. It would never be the same effect.
Yeah.
And I just find it as a comment rather redundant. Children that young can't exactly say whether they want to be on camera, even if they appear to enjoy it. Austin and Catherine constantly talk about how their life has changed due to the attention in the series, but hardly take a look at how it's going to affect a child at one of their most vulnerable times in their life. And when you're someone like Austin who clearly finds some value in the drama, you know, not being criticized for it could have genuine ramifications on your children. It's not like I'm against having children in family vlogs, but I don't think they should be a part of the drama that Austin tends to involve himself in. I don't think it happens on a rather excessive basis, but I think it's something worth noting, especially when looking at these dramas. This isn't exclusive, but it's a cumulative criticism they shouldn't ignore. Hell, one of their newest videos was originally titled as the children ranking seductive Halloween costumes. And you can see why it bothers people. Infants aren't props, and their innocence and well-being should be prioritized.
It was you? Wait, what do you mean it was me?
Want to be on camera, even if they appear to enjoy it. Austin and
What do you mean it was me? Where am I? It was the picture? Oh, this? Oh, this? Yeah. Yes, that's me.
Catherine constantly talk about how their life has changed due to the attention in the series, but hardly take a look at how it's going to affect a child at one of their most vulnerable times in their life. And when you're someone like Austin who clearly finds some value in the drama, you know, not being criticized for it could have genuine ramifications on your children. It's not like I'm against having children in family vlogs, but I don't think they should be a part of the drama that Austin tends to involve himself in. I don't think it happens on a rather excessive basis, but I think it's something worth noting, especially when looking at these dramas. This isn't exclusive, but it's a cumulative criticism they shouldn't ignore. Hell, one of their newest videos was originally titled as the children ranking seductive Halloween costume.
That's insane, dude. Austin and Elle rape my seductive Halloween costumes? What the fuck?
And you can see why it bothers people. Infants aren't props, and their innocence and well-being should be prioritized over the acquisition of views. The fact that they never really talk about these things just makes them poor role models, really. And I'll explain why now.
Okay, but they have a sick house and a fucking matted out Range Rover, so I'm inclined to agree with them.
Take this recent issue where Austin acquired a jet ski and decided to ride it around his mansion's pool. According to many in the area, the amount of water discharged caused mudslides that created additional problems in the neighborhood, including negatively affecting property and a grape plantation. A complaint had been made to the city, but the antics continued. Now, as far as I can see, there's not really much to imply this isn't the Ace family. It adds up. So eventually this was resolved in private, and Catherine did actually talk about it in their video and removed the jet ski from the accommodation, in which she made this statement.
Austin wanted to get into this jet ski, and there was nothing.
Okay, I believe it now. Whatever they're saying, I agree with her and the family and everyone else is just a bunch of fucking haters.
That I could do about it because, you know, Austin is Austin. At the end of the day, you know, sometimes I kind of have to be a team player and accept some of the things that he's gonna do. To be honest with you guys, Austin has been doing crazy things for the past couple of years. You guys know that. You guys should see the things that didn't make it onto our channel because of me. So I'm like content patrol. After the first time that he used it, we actually got a complaint we were actually unaware of. The complaint went straight to our builder because the neighbor's actually friends with the builder. And so he's like, hey man, like there's water coming down on my property. Like originally when Austin rode the jet ski, I was under the impression, even Austin was under the impression.
What's the address, boys? Someone said house is foreclosed and is on Zillow. Gotta check it out. How the fuck did this house get foreclosed, dude? I need to see it. I need to see it, dude.
Oh, so I have two stories left. So, dude, the Ace family's in
It's
such...
filmed for 3D glasses, yeah. Okay, earlier we were talking about how Hashi or whatever Chat was arguing with, but I couldn't see it because I was feeding babies. But Chat was right. She's a okay, stop. What is this? Is this it? Dude, that house is massive, dude. What the fuck? Though he defeated TikTok superstar Bryce Hall in a highly publicized boxing match. KRM, multiple reports, confirmed property records. They spent another small fortune to complete construction on both structures, combined two separate mansions. The one supersized. Why? But like, why? Why do you need? Oh my god, dude! 10 bathrooms or 10 bedrooms, 15 bathrooms. Racked up 21 million views in the video. Shows off the house's luxe amenities. The blindingly all-white mansion, including marble chef's kitchen. Oh my god, they did the fucking thing again for a Chris Brown headline basketball game. From the proceeds, McCroom pledged to donate $50,000 to the charity of his choice, though it remains unclear what organizations receive funds. Oh my god, these guys keep doing it. It's a different house. This one is super ugly. Oh, you found it? Oh shit, I fucked up. Wait, that's not right. That's not their house, dude. That's their old house. And their old house was sold for $3.1 million. It's in Woodland Hills. Where the fuck is Woodland Hills? Oh, it's like near Calabasas. That's the one where you, that's the one that got...
Like, no one thought that the water would, like, reach anywhere else. Even though, yes, water reaches in other places. But because we have an infinity pool, we thought that the water was going down on, like, the bottom or, like, the drainage part. Since we have, like, all this land that goes all the way down, we thought, oh, it's just water. Like, you know, it's not gonna go anywhere. There's not that much water. So he hit our builder up and he was like, hey, like, there's some water going here. So our builder actually took it upon himself and built a whole entire retaining wall down below on our property. So he built that wall and he actually didn't even tell us because it was my birthday, we were on vacation. So he said he didn't want to bother us with it. So yeah, when we came back.
Chat, be sure to put your 3D glasses in the box near the exit when you're on your way out of the theater. Of course, I hope you know that you're supposed to be wearing your 3D glasses right now for this portion of the video.
Back and used the jet ski the third time, we got a complaint, and even though there was a retaining wall there, someone wanted to complain and say something anyways, which I understand. Like, it's still the matter of the fact, but it's still my property that the water is going down on. But to be honest with you, if that were me, I would be so upset. Like, if someone was putting anything on my property, like, it doesn't even matter if it's water. And so you don't want anything on your property. If I had a garden or, you know, like a garden of grapes or like trees and stuff, like, I wouldn't want anything on my property. So I completely understand, like, if anyone were to be upset, but again, you know, there is that retaining wall that's there. But either way, I want the jet ski out.
It kind of sucks that she didn't.
Oh my god. Bro, can you imagine? You have like a fucking... You have like a $3 million mansion, and then right on top, you have this ugly ass $10 million mansion. Okay? And they're like constantly doing construction. It's a fucking eyesore in the neighborhood. And then this dude is just like dumping mudslides into your property, dude. Like a fucking waterfall of mud.
Stop!
We found where Jair Bolsonaro's caca went. Call back, dude. To 6 hours ago. Nice. La caca. Yeah.
Acá tengo un par de botellas. Llévate un par de botellas, pero vacías.
Andy Ken is the ultimate family vlogger.
Actually apologize.
We'll look at that after. You can bear him.
Sorry really does seem to be the hardest word for this family, but it could be worse. She does at least empathize with the people making the complaints. Then there's this recorded confrontation with Austin, which honestly feels kind of forced, but you know, at least they took action, though I guess it would have been nice to see more of a personal acknowledgement from Austin, given that it was his antics on the jet ski that caused this trouble.
Hey, where is it?
It's gone. It's sold.
My jet ski is not gone.
It is.
Stop saying that.
Austin,
How the hell did you get out of the pool? That jet ski is so heavy.
how do you think it got in the pool?
Me and like 4 of my friends.
I had 4 guys. Get it?
You did not have people carry it out of the pool.
I did.
To where? Where is it?
Commenters stated how they felt Austin came across as rather rude and inconsiderate. As said, I hope it's fake, but it also seems daft that once again...
Austin kind of ruined the cameras off. The camera's not off. You're literally commenting under the fucking video, which that camera recorded. People from your chat are whispering me? That's weird.
He'd purposely miss out on the opportunity to be a bit more mature and take some responsibility. Maybe I'd be a bit annoyed too if I thought my partner had sold one of my items, but equally he was behaving so recklessly on it and there was no use for it either. It's hard to really blame anyone but yourself.
He means when he thinks the camera's off, but it's not even off. Like,
the record, Catherine didn't actually sell it, she just put it in the garage. Although this issue is resolved, you don't really receive the impression that Austin has grown from the situation. And I think the idea of personal growth is important to the issue at hand, especially with a young or sensitive audience. Now, fortunately, Catherine's framing kind of shows Austin in this situation.
Why would they fill the pool to the fucking top? It's literally an infinity pool, you fucking broke bitch. That's why it's filled to the top, broke boy. Oh. Oh, Jesus Christ, dude. Poor shaming, you've changed. I mean, dude, yeah, I have 3 of them. No, motherfucker, we watch like architectural digest videos all day in here. You know what an infinity pool looks like.
Juvenile individual that he is, but he's often the one at the helm and he's the one with control over the narrative.
There's literally an infinity pool in the casino in Grand Theft Auto roleplay, okay? Like
which, as we've shown, isn't always the best decision. Austin comes across as a bit immature, and the jet ski situation shows him as a big kid who loves his toys a little too much. He often seems to lack thought about how his actions affect others, and that's not a good thing for a creator his size. I think it'd be good for him to sometimes take a step back and look at the implications beyond his immediate family. With an impressionable audience, you're missing out on that opportunity. The public eye is a cruel mistress. It's true, it kind of sucks we focus on the negative rather than the positive, but by focusing on themselves as victims of the haters, they are doing exactly the same. The Ace family still have millions of loyal subscribers who like and watch every single video they put out. Even at the peak of all the drama, they have completely persisted as creators in the spotlight with overwhelmingly positive like to dislike ratios, which I know doesn't mean everything, but they say enough about the strength of the Ace family members. Does that mean that as public figures they don't have problems? No, not at all. In fact, the public eye can give you a lot of problems, but it doesn't mean those problems are sourced in criticisms that have yielded from public behavior, which to many people is fair enough to criticize. I think the Ace family understand that, to be honest, because they do acknowledge it, but they try to link it back to public criticism in an attempt to deflect it. Deep down, the real problems with the public eye are, as always, how it can affect the personal, private lives of individuals, which has always been a problem for anyone with celebrity status, especially rumors of what's personally going on.
I love that there's like a mini conflict occurring in the chat about one person saying that, oh, this is just clearly Gemini behavior, and then other Geminis in the chat saying, come on, chat, stop hating on Geminis. I love little conversations in the chat that occur like that. You know what I mean?
Going on behind the scenes and how the gossip can spread. This is something the Ace family has been subjected to as well. And once again, that's the problem with family vlogs. I genuinely believe that vlogging your life in the way that the Ace family does put your family at risk. We spoke about Austin's relationship with Kath.
I'm not gonna lie, maybe I'm so fucking used to just like people being straight Nazis and shit that like a lot of these like little mini scams don't hit the same. It's like usually maybe because we've been watching a lot of murder stuff, you know what I mean? Where it's like, where is if there's no like grooming, if there's no, you know, sexual assault or fucking, I don't know, like I'm just, I've gotten desensitized to like YouTubers scamming for shit, which is like literally everyone does it, right? Where if I don't see like a crypto scam or like actual harm, like physical harm or abuse to another person, like it just doesn't faze me that much. Which, by the way, I might be wrong. Like I'm sure that that's gonna, you know, it might. The dick lollipop was really fucking bad, but
but for the family, it's a huge selling point. On Twitter, they only follow each other and they publicly indulge in a lot of romantic behavior and market it to their audience. However, in spite of this, many have become suspicious that it's a bit of an act, many relating to other reported behaviors from family members, mostly Austin. One of the prominent personal narratives is the one regarding Austin McBroom's faithfulness to his wife, Catherine. There are a lot of individuals who have claimed that Austin's antics extend to other women, thus yielding to a narrative regarding infidelity that a lot of people believe. There have been a few videos and posts that have accused him of this. One that received a significant amount of coverage was a post by Bellic Grr, who, in posting an Instagram message she sent to Catherine on Twitter, stated that while Austin was in Miami for the weekend, he slept with one of her friends and then made her sign an NDA. The author of this message said they couldn't stand quietly and let this happen, and wanted to let her know as a mother and a woman. She also posted an additional reply saying that she had all the proof and screenshots and would only talk to Catherine. Catherine did see this and she snapped back, saying that if there was evidence she wanted to see it, and if they were at risk of being sued due to an NDA, then she would pay for it out of her own pocket. There were no further public interactions in this exchange. And honestly, it's hard to really prove anything either way. There are a lot of claims about Austin's infidelity. Some had suggested that the person sending this message couldn't have been watching since Elle was still in the belly, as their first video was the Q&A after Elle was born. However, as we know, looking at the social blade, it seemed there may have been videos before the first upload, so unfortunately that was a bit of a dead end. There was some additional conversations and possible proof, but honestly it was not concrete at all. It was pretty flimsy, and therefore the situation just tailed off. Don't get me wrong, there are a significant amount of people who believe they've seen Austin.
Yo, please stop spamming your fucking sign, dude. Literally no one cares, okay? No one cares what your fucking sign is. Oh my god. And the people who are screaming Chatvice now, suck my dick, okay? There's a lot of planning that goes into shit like that. We might not be able to do it today. There's new videos of him. There's new proof videos of him at clubs. Oh, that dude definitely goes to fucking clubs and shit. What do you mean? Wait, that was in dispute? Did I miss that while I was peeing? Dude, I've been peeing a lot, but it's because I've been drinking a lot of water. Fuck. Hold on. Hot take, cheating on your spouse is normal and should be encouraged to make sure you want them. What?
Cheating. You can't ignore that. But this is the sort of thing that would undeniably put stress on individuals within families, and a lot of it comes from the simultaneous popularity and unpopularity of Austin. There are various videos out there that, quote, prove that he's cheating, and once again, it's really hard to ascertain what the truth is.
Alright, so it's really hard to make out, but this is Austin right here, so we'll just try to like slow it down somehow. So I think it's this girl right here. If you look really carefully.
Alrighty. Honestly, it's hard to ignore.
Okay, here's the fucking real hot take. I'm just gonna tell you exactly what it is. They are almost certainly in a fucking open relationship. And they can't admit it because they're supposed to be like a fucking Christian. Like, they're supposed to be a Christian, wholesome family. You know? That's it.
Ignore the general case of cheating given the amount of claims, but the number of people reaching to try and get a slice of the pie is just nauseating to follow. This eventually boiled over with probably the strongest allegations of them all, alluding to sexual assault. Published by a YouTuber by the name of Cole Carrigan, he uploaded a video called The Truth About the Ace Family, which is a 15-minute video detailing and promoting these allegations against him.
So I know a lot of you guys are probably thinking, what does Cole Carrigan have to do with the Ace family? Why is he inserting himself in something that has nothing to do with him? He should just become a drama channel at this point. Whenever it involves people that I love, I don't care who you are. I will speak what I want to speak, and if I have facts to speak, it will be said.
In the video, he states how he came to the conclusion that he needs to come forward regarding this. He states that people have been threatened with lawsuits and that he's not afraid to talk about it because he hasn't signed an NDA. He talks about how Keemstar had reached out to him and called him before subsequently turning down the story because he took a $500K bribe from the Ace family.
So we kind of just stayed low because we saw a bunch of tweets about people already knowing that he was uploading.
Okay, that's a lie. There's no shot. The Ace family doesn't have $500K to fucking drop on a bribe, dude. Those motherfuckers can't even... What do you mean? They can't even pay like... They can't even pay like $100,000 to a charity event. They used to. So where did their money go?
Video the next day about the situation. So we kind of were just like not worried, and we were just going to kind of let it unfold that way so we didn't have to insert ourselves where it wasn't needed. The next day came and he didn't tweet anything, he didn't upload anything. So I texted him saying, how much did they pay you to keep quiet? And he responded with this, and I was completely shocked. I immediately called my friend and told her that he was paid off $500,000 to keep quiet about the situation.
No, I don't believe that. No, I don't believe that, dude. No shot. There's no shot they're dropping 500 bills, dude. What?
And that I needed to come forward.
He then spoke about the situation. He notes that there are NDAs involved, but that would be nullified in instances of rape, and that this situation is now more important than that.
So obviously my tweet got a lot of attention, and someone from Austin McBruden's team actually texted my friend that this happened to. I'll put the screenshot right here. Basically saying that we should be careful and shouldn't go any farther than what we're already doing to avoid legal action.
Seaman, thank you for the 10 gifted subs. Dude, I don't believe this. I'm sorry. I mean, this.
And I proceeded to tell her, they're just trying to scare you. I just went through this exact same thing, so I'm not scared. I also didn't sign an NDA, and I also don't tolerate the shit that has happened to my friend. So with that being said, I told her to ignore that message because what needs to be said is going to be said regardless, and if I need to say it, I'll do it, because I didn't sign an NDA. Come arrest me.
So the story is that basically Austin approved a set of girls to come down and see him. They convened in Miami around the 21st of July for an event. Austin went with his dad. Cole then provides corroborating screenshots to show circumstantial evidence for the environment that preceded this event, and then he goes into the details of the sexual assault. Disclaimer, this following clip will not be pleasant.
After they all had been drinking, my two friends went back to their room to go change because the sun was setting. And that's when Austin, the security guard, the father, and two other guys came into their room. Obviously, I don't have recordings of went down in the room, but my friend told me that she repeatedly said no multiple times, over and over and over, to the point where she started crying, begging them to stop. That's when they forced themselves in her, and I will insert the photos of the blood all over the bed sheets in the hotel room right here on the exact same date, June 22nd.
There are many more details, but I'd recommend watching the video if you're interested. It's strong stuff for sure. He continues to show evidence of a conversation that followed that he felt provided more substantiation to the environment that played into this, before having this friend who is the victim come on the phone for an anonymous testimony.
Bro, this literally went from like he's being a clown in a jet ski in a pool to like he did a gang rape. What the fuck? That's crazy. Okay. So yeah, that's what I meant when I said it's like crazy, but it seems a little like the details of the story from this other person seems a little murky. I don't know if that's like I don't know where it is. The 500,000K possibilities. Now, no, it's not. It's still not, dude. No shot. The 500,000 sounds so sus. No one is dropping $500,000, dude. You crazy. You think that's true? I mean, I have no idea. I need more information. That's like a brief snippet from like very little brief snippet from a source that seems not super credible. It's also fucking tied to Keemstar. And also on top of that, like, I mean, I don't know. But there's apparently proof. Someone said there was videos or something. The God family and Hoop, the bribery, fraud, and rape. Yeah. To silence a story on violent rape seems like 500K is okay if you got it. Dude, you're crazy. Like that. You see the photo? There were bloody sheets. Yeah, it's just sheets with blood on them. Maybe 500K for hush money after the fact, but even then, damn. You really don't think rich people would drop 500K? Yes, rich people would. I don't think these people... He got baited by the 500K and got mad he wasn't paid and made a video. I remember this covered when it happened. Dude. This is like some super serious shit. Two L's back to back make a W. Do you want me to look further into this? Like, do you want me to look further into this part of the story?
This testimony doesn't provide...
It seems very suspicious, this part of the story.
By too much more, bar the detail. If you want that, then I'd recommend you go listen. Ultimately, Cole concludes that this is enough evidence to prove beyond doubt that Austin McBroom is not just a cheat, but a rapist, and someone...
Team baited them into it. Basically, they fell for it, faked the story, and went public off the premise that they get fucking paid. Stop trying to defend them. This is a classic case of rich people defending each other, okay? Just like the classic... Oh, fuck you.
who does not deserve to be in such a position of power.
Okay, so now that you literally have the point of view from somebody who was actually there, that is enough proof, and I really don't need to provide anything else for you to see that Austin, his dad, his whole security team are pieces of shit, and these are not people that should be given all this crazy amount of success. I can't live with knowing that this type of person who's doing these things to people is just like winning at life, literally having everything just handed to them, money, fame, da 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 da.
This was a huge problem for the Ace family. With the public eye on them, it felt like everything was on the edge of imploding. But what was going on behind the scenes wasn't quite as cut and dry as it seemed.
Listen, man, the moment you fucking insert Keemstar into a serious story like this, I'm like, I don't know if it's true or not. It's like, that's real sus. I don't know.
I hate knowing
this part seems very strange.
That something this serious could put an end to the Ace family or such a loved group of people. Like, I don't want to be that person, and that's not what I'm here to do. I don't want to split up a family. I don't want to end relationships, because I've been getting a lot of messages like that. Oh, why don't you stay quiet? Why are you trying to ruin or end this family? It's not about that. Like, that's the last thing I want to do, is rip someone's family apart or anything. But whenever something this serious happens and it's to my friend and multiple other people are coming forward about other experiences, it's just not something that I as a person can stay quiet on. It's just against my morals, and it's something I absolutely won't do. So that's why I am here making this video for them.
Wow. How honorable, Cole. The video in question is hard-hitting and powerful, and for a while the momentum seemed solidly in Cole's favor. However, the tides began to turn when additional details came out, particularly regarding the claims he had made about Keemstar. Obviously, as we know in his video, Cole claimed Keemstar was paid $500,000 not to cover the drama. But this was refuted pretty quickly by Keemstar himself, as he posted screenshots which showed he'd followed up on his message by clarifying he was being sarcastic.
500K is a joke. He literally does not respond. If I was paid 500K, why the fuck would I tell Cole when he obviously he wants to ruin the Ace family? After no response from him, I texted him back saying I'm being sarcastic. No response again. Clown Carrigan. Everybody.
On top of this, logically,
damn, dude, imagine getting fucking owned by Keemstar of all people, dude. Come on, dude. Come on, dude. You got duped by fucking Keemstar. You didn't do a follow-up. 500K. You're the fucking king of drama. You're gonna shut the fuck up about 500 for 500K. So the family has 500K. Come on.
Speaking, there was no way that Keemstar would have admitted something like that seriously and just casually in a DM like that, as it would threaten his brand. Given how much money it is likely Keemstar has
his brand
already, I'm not sure 500K would make a huge difference, and therefore this alternative story about sarcasm makes much more sense.
Frankly, you've been very adamant on Twitter that you are going to ruin the Ace family, so if they did pay me off 500K, why would I tell you?
It doesn't reflect well on Cole because it's a simple fact. If he's prepared to lie about this, then what else was he prepared to lie about? Immediately, the other girl who was referenced in the video comes forward with her own testimony. She doesn't say too much, but she says she felt the video was not released for the right reasons and that Cole had approached her.
I'm the other girl they're talking about in the video. I feel like this video was made for the wrong reason. It wasn't Cole's story to tell. Cole even texted me saying we could potentially get paid 100K from this, following the claim the drama alert was paid off 500K. I wanted to say that Austin McBroom did not rape me or anyone. I'm currently handling the situation my own way. I brought this to social media to address the false accusations. You were so fucking quick, though, dude. You were so fucking quick, dude. Chat, what the fuck happened? You just wanted to get gang raped? No big deal. Wait, what are you talking about? Like, I was like, I recognize that name. I think I used to follow this girl. She used to have like blue hair and shit, no? Nah, dude, that has to be coerced. Austin gives off rapey vibes, not gonna lie. I mean, he could also literally be a rapist. But I mean, this story seems like top down fucking sussy as hell. You know what I mean?
Under the precipice that he thought they could make a lot of money off this. These DMs brought forward by this other victim showed Cole not actually being concerned for the justice of victims, but showing more concern in how much money it could make them.
So I'm sure they would want to pay me $100K or more, not to say shit. And then I could split that with you guys if you help me and send me all the receipts that I need.
With this additional information, McBroom jumped in, showing these DMs and also stating that he would be pursuing legal action. Although Cole has stated that he does not feel that they are following through on that threat, he has also admitted that his intentions were not pure at the start, but now he realizes that the fight.
Well, Austin McBroom and his team will be arrested for sexual assault. My intentions were wrong in the beginning, but I realized what was more important. Wait, hold up. So why didn't that happen?
Like, justice must persist, and has found a new.
I know the police force is like notoriously bad at dealing with rape cases, but like. I actually don't understand.
Reason. I just hate this all. There were some additional tweets and allegations that were just terrible. This set of screenshots were proven completely fake. Really depressing. Catherine responded too, but it was with this weird DM.
I don't know, it was worse. Last night shouldn't have happened. I think I might be pregnant with your baby. Please respond. I can't say you're doing anything right now. I'm scared of what will happen. Text me what the hell are you talking about. Nothing happened.
And which I wasn't even sure was in the video, and I'm not sure how it tied into the allegations, so I was confused about that. Oh, and one more thing. This garbage tweet which implied that because he had made multiple statements about involving his lawyers, it applied some kind of...
Kanye? What? What is happening, dude? If Austin was really a victim of extortion, why post 3 different statements about how you're getting your lawyers involved? If you were really a victim here, there would no case
kind of guilt. I don't think that's how it works. I think Austin has an ego. I think he wants to make people who he feels have accused him wrongly suffer, and I think that will follow through. I think if this does go to court, you'll understand why he acquired lawyers. As a quick side note, I thought it was really terrible also how people claimed that one of the girls was paid off because she said Austin McBroom was not at fault. You know, the sort of believe victims parentheses when they agree with me narrative that I find absolutely vulgar. Most of the people involved in this situation are fundamentally unlikable, and I don't think many of the audiences are equipped to handle this either. Trial by tarot cards is a new one, I admit. I'd also like to add that the girl has since deleted these statements from her Instagram, but stands by them. Understandably, she didn't want it to be a persistent aspect of her life.
So you just gonna delete the photo of you exposing Cole and casually posted pictures of yourself clout chasing? I still have scheduled posts of my brand deals, dummy. I was advised by my manager to take it down. I'd rather handle this away from social media. Victims? How are you a victim if she says she wasn't raped? Like, you've been raped before you get tested at a hospital. You don't just take a shower right away like Cole said in the video. Like, what the fuck is this crazy shit? Okay, that's crazy. Hold up. Wait, so something did happen to her? I don't understand. It hasn't been handled with care, and now the victims are being put on blast? I'm so confused. So did actually something happen? Like, what the fuck? Dude, I'm so... Stop saying but the bloody sheets and the muddy shoes, dude. Stop.
Life. It's hard to say exactly what happened, but I'm not going to dismiss experiences as people being paid off. It has become a bit of an obsessive narrative. Even on Keemstar's video where he shows the context to the DM, there are people claiming he was paid off too. One person even said, watch Cole Carrigan's video as proof despite that video. It's a mess, and people are projecting preconceived opinions to dictate their position on something much more complicated. It's not impossible that someone's been paid off somewhere, but on the other hand, being able to expose someone as paying you off could be just as profitable in the online age. So people would be very cautious in offering individuals payments themselves. In spite of all this, I just feel bad for the daughters involved. The what about the children cliche, I'm aware, but these are the controversies that are gonna make people's lives a misery because people are taking a family life and turning it into a game of clout, and those children didn't consent to that. This new drama
Bro, people will be like, active shooter in Washington, and then fucking post the link. It's like, yeah, dude, send it over. Just let me just fucking end the stream, dude. Fuck it. Let me just get banned right now.
Is the point where it becomes destructive.
Hasan, talk about what's going on in Washington. Dude, I don't know what's going on in Washington, and neither do you. Like, what is the fucking problem with people where it's like, I'm literally in Washington right now. A shot was fired right above my head. Why aren't you covering it? Like, does something happen in the world and, like, you just immediately rush over here to be like, why the fuck aren't you covering the story? Like, insanity, dude. In fucking sanity. Happens multiple times a day where it's like, dude, a cop fucking shot at a protester. Why aren't you covering it? We look it up, literally, like a story that came out an hour ago. Little did I know there was going to be a story that came out 10 minutes ago that also deserves coverage.
I don't know fully whose fault that is, but the fact that Cole can sit there and say he doesn't want to tear a family apart, but then make that video, extremely disingenuous. Austin has clearly been up to something too. The extent of it, I'm not sure, but he needs to be more cautious. He's a huge creator now. Congratulations, you live a lavish life, but you still have a family. This is the sort of stuff that will harm a relationship even if your partner believes you. And the worrying thought is that doubt that people are just staying together for the sake of the YouTube channel. That's not healthy either. Families are meant to be natural. They're meant to exist because you want them to exist. If you can film that family life and make a quick buck, then I'm not one to stand in your way. But the prime aim of a family is to surround yourself with people you love and provide a healthy environment to children who are going to be the next generation. And you want to provide them with the principles that they stand by. Austin and Catherine obviously didn't ask for these allegations, but people's negative judgment towards the Ace family has been a result of a consistent failure to empathize with other people, and so when the Ace family needed empathy of their own, they didn't get it. My empathy is free. I think it's shit that if false, these allegations have surfaced in such a way, pushed by an agenda-hungry, toxic individual who should be nowhere near dealing with cases as sensitive as this. But look at the controversies we've spoken about today and ask yourself, how can you make audiences see your perspective more clearly? The Ace family kind of suck. They seem fake. They often seem entitled to think they're above criticism because of the good deeds they've done, which trivializes those good deeds. They lack empathy for others and yet try to manipulate it out to their audiences through instance or truth-style documentaries. And generally, they, mostly Austin, seem to be ill-equipped to be role models to viewers, both adults and children. This has built up a lot of contempt in critics because they've acquired this position of power while not being particularly responsible. And so when these more serious allegations surface, paired with the assumption that many people have that Austin is a cheat, people immediately wanted to see the back of them. People wanted to take them down. I personally treat these allegations with caution, given that it already...
Okay, there's nothing else there, I think. What else is left here? I guess the only thing left here is the top of the hour ad break, which you guys are fucking spamming about regardless, so you're ready for it. But of course, if you no longer want to see those ads, all you need to do is subscribe. You can subscribe for $5 or for free with the Twitch Prime to avoid those ad breaks. You know what I'm saying? Dude, I am so hot right now. What the fuck? Like, dude. Even if I was going to cover this story, I will literally not cover it now because Violet Vabond has been unironically blasting this for like weeks now. Look at this. Girl who was charged with murder for burying her stillborn child. 7:15. Hasn't stopped spamming it. Like, has not stopped spamming it since then. God damn, dude. Chill. Maybe we'll get to it. It's only 71 degrees. I don't know what's going on. Oh, here's the ad break. I forgot to run it. There's an H3 update video. Okay, I'll skip the rest of this and then we'll just watch the update.
That shit, bro. It's kind of amazing. And you know, as much as it seems like they are in like actually such shit, and as much as I feel bad for the kids because they have 2 kids, and you know, it's a stressful situation for everyone. I called it, man. Those kids are not going to see a dime.
Well,
There's not going to be a dime
that's what
to
everyone's
give,
saying.
apparently.
Yeah. But, you know, the Ace family, this guy's been scheming for so long, and now he's about to lose everything, which he deserves.
But like,
But it just
how is he losing everything? I need to understand. I don't understand how he's like about to lose everything. Like, what did he do? How did he lose so much money? Half the time, chat's like, bro, this guy has $500,000 to pay off like a rape victim. And then the other half, you're like, oh, actually, fucking, he's a dirt broke now.
It goes to show, like, he's got so many views. He has got so much legitimate money. If he wasn't such a greedy fucking piece of shit, he would be doing great in life. It's like, it's just such a cautionary tale. Anyway, their big Ace family home that they're always flexing is being foreclosed on. I don't know how are they not. I just don't understand.
Living way beyond their means, I guess, is
just I figured that they were just so wealthy from all this shit, but I think this boxing match really fucked. Here's their tour. Look how epic their house tour is, Hila. Less than a year later, they'd be getting foreclosed on. So this is the charity that they basically donated $50,000 from and kept like millions from.
Look at that.
And so I don't know what's connected. He's like, well, here's where all the money went.
We wanted a piano for the house.
XQC claims tryhards are already killing off.
This our house, mama.
Why he stopped watching Twitch? Why he stopped Twitch gambling streams?
Yeah, so apparently what they did was in Woodland Hills, there's like a huge mountaintop there. Apparently this is the most expensive house in Woodland Hills. There was two big houses on a hill. They bought them both and joined them together. They got a $9 million, this is all public record. They got a $9 million loan and then another $1 million loan. God, what bank gave them $1 million?
In reality,
$9
you guys got
million.
scammed.
You know, and the records show that they haven't made a single payment on the house, mortgage, or property tax since the beginning of the year.
Wow.
How? Why? What are they doing? Why do they have... I mean, do they not have enough money? Like, I don't get it. I'm good friends with someone named Wilma that has posted images on IG with Austin that are a bit sus. She lives in LA. There's my full info in my previous comments. Just look at my chat history. Just write what you want to say.
And so now the bank is coming to foreclose on them. And he deserves it. I mean, he does. Both of them.
That is such a wild story. Especially when it's like a family channel.
But they must be making so much money. Like, I mean, the videos do great. It's family oriented. The revenue must be insane. It's like the dude just couldn't help himself. So, you know, you guys have heard about the big boxing match that they did where none of the fighters got paid because they didn't sell enough. So here is first Def Noodles broke the story. I mean, it was a...
Wait, I'm confused. Like, so that fucking like TikToker versus YouTube boxing match, like that didn't pop off?
First time I saw it. Here is the foreclosure details. Notice of default.
Oh my God.
Here's the house on Zillow. Pre-foreclosure. And it's apparently it's only listed at $7.5 million, which is funny because he took $9 million out. So no matter how you cut it, even if he sells it, he's fucked.
I saw people refer to it as a $15 million home, so I don't know.
I don't know where they got that.
I don't know. Yeah.
That house ain't worth $15 million. They're also facing 2 lawsuits. One, a construction company rental that they've never paid, and another. They're actually facing 3 lawsuits, pre-foreclosure and not.
McBroom is the owner of a company called Social Gloves and had a rule in the contracts that if they don't bring in X amount of viewers, they don't get paid. So only he got paid? Are you fucking serious? Oh my god, this dude is such a scammer, dude. I mean, the TikTokers kind of like, I don't really feel that bad about the TikTokers. Damn, bro, they're gonna have to fucking shill some more shit coins now, you know what I'm saying? To fucking make up for that. They only sold 136,000 out of 500,000 pay-per-view passes, and it lost a lot of money. Dude, how the fuck? Oh my god, that's so awesome. That is a delicious fucking story. What the fuck? Vinny Hacker streams on Twitch too, you meanie? Who's Vinny Hackers? I mean, I shouldn't be a dick, actually. I'm sure that they're like... I actually don't know anything about the TikTokers. I'm sure they're fine. Who's Vinny Hackers? Vinny Hacker responds to this racial slur allegations. Vinny Hacker responds to claims to use the N-word in birthday Twitch stream. TikToker Vinny Hacker responds to claims to use a racial slur. What? Rumors about Aiden Ross going to jail debunked? How is that that's not a rumor. That's not a story at all. Vinny Hacker is very famous. Plays Valorant with Pokimane. Celebrities and prominent personalities aren't new to This was me thanking a sub, and I said the name fast, bro. Something new every fucking week. Just ignore it. Shut up, please. Sounds familiar. I love Vinny Hacker. He was the only TikToker to win a fight beating Deji. Wait, hold up. Let's see the video.
So there's a video of Vinny
Oh my god!
the N-word going around, but he didn't. Here's the proof.
Bro, that's so funny, dude. Are you serious? You can't even hear what he's saying. Why would you? Why, dude? Why do people go? Oh, that must be the N-word. Like, why would anybody say, "Hey, N-word, thank you for the sub"? Like, what the fuck, dude? Caught in 4K for thanking someone for gifting a sub. And everyone went ballistic on him. Man, let me tell you something, okay? He got illicit clip chimp. Hey, I know a thing or two about that, okay?
Paying fighters. I mean, this guy in the world of shit. It's kind of nice, to be honest, like, to just see one of these absolute shit tier scammers just getting his comeuppance. I mean, everybody he screwed over is never going to get a dime, but here's a lawsuit. Ace.
There's a threat of you saying the N-word? Yeah, I know. I know. I was there. There was not even just a threat, but there was like a concerned effort. Like, not even a concern, but like there was an actual effort from some people to like make it seem like I had actually said it. And they were just like unironically talking about how I should apologize and shit.
Nigga, thank you for the sub. Nigga, thank you for the sub. Torment, thank you for the sub.
It does sound like it. Imagine, yeah. See, that's a big problem. Never thank subs. Okay, don't do that. Dude, now I get worried. Like when stories like this happen, I'm like, what if I fucking actually have another like slip of the tongue? It just like it's so weird.
Family collection. Ace hat collection. Hats. Apparently, Ace Hat Collection also owns the house that's foreclosing. So I think he just thinks if he goes bankrupt, he can just get rid of everything. But
I need that clout.
and then this thing also happened where a car company was like, "Yo, we lent him 2 exotic cars for the fight, and he never paid us. He's been ghosting us."
Why worry if you didn't really say it? Because it literally doesn't matter if you never say it or have never used it. It just, all it matters is what people fucking think and what the lengths that they will go to just like, you know what I mean? The car rental thing was proven false. He promoted them. It's like, look, I have a lot of people that fucking despise me, ironically, for my takes on the N-word. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes. And you know, people will go to any length they can to just be like, yeah, no, this dude he's fucking bad. He's a bad person.
Everyone is like saying everywhere how they feel so bad for the kids, and it's just
we should start nuking the Pepe D spam. It's so fucking annoying. I don't even want the mention of that, dude. It's not. Dude, LSF thread was all filled of clip chimping you saying it, so I would be scared too. Yeah, like nuts. Like not everyone knows who I am. You know what I mean? Not everybody knows what I represent, what I've advocated for. They're not going to know. What if they just see a video that is like expertly clipped? And that's all it takes for them to be like, all right, well, that guy's a fucking racist. And I don't even hate them to be honest. Like if I never heard about some dude and then randomly people are like, this guy's a racist, this guy's a racist, this guy's a racist. And then they like clipped it. And that's the only thing I knew about this person. I'd be like, yeah, this guy might be fucking racist. Fuck this guy.
it's so, how could they be so irresponsible, especially when you're making your kids like part of the show, you know?
Dude, I swear to God, they're
It's like
just, I hate to even paint a broad brush like this, but I think both of them are just really shitty people. Like genuinely shitty people.
What makes you say that?
Because, you know, like, if you were a good parent, and you clickbaited your kids in all of your videos, you would put aside like a trust or something and give a piece of the cash to them. I guarantee that's not
You'd be
happening.
responsible with your money to the point of not being evicted from your own home.
Oh, do you have the message he put out? On
his Instagram story?
Yeah, so he put out a statement recently. Look at this. He's like, yeah, this is from his Instagram. He goes, stop capping on me and my family. Nobody's getting evicted. Nobody's moving. Stop believing everything you see haters say on the internet. If we were moving, we definitely would have informed the world and make a whole YouTube video about it. Have a good rest of your day. Well, Zach's brothers and...
I mean, the papers are real, so
yeah. No, there's no question about it. Zach's brother he's like a realtor. You want to tell the story, Zach? So I don't...
Oh, yeah, he's not a realtor yet. He's getting his license. He's almost going to get it. But there's a back-end system for people in real estate to see title and what you own a house, and we verified that he did in fact default.
Yeah, no, it's all there. Yeah. He checked the records.
I see at this point there's a bunch of articles about...
I guess it's not as hot content-wise to be like, we're getting evicted. Like, we haven't paid... we haven't paid our, mortgage for months. We're taking advantage of an eviction ban, an eviction moratorium in an effort to stay in our $10 million mansion. What up, Austin?
it. Everyone's verified
Yeah,
it.
he's in default. He's gonna lose this house. I don't even know why he's trying to lie and be like,
Yeah.
"Stop capping on me, bro. I need that clout."
The chat said Austin paid off too many side chicks. That's why they don't have
Oh,
could be.
That could be what.
Austin, you say Chatvice Pog. I was gonna do it, but Alana is not available until later. So I think I'm gonna wait until tomorrow to do it. Oh, fuck. You're not gonna be here tomorrow, right? Austin, are you not available tomorrow? No, he's going to Italy. Oh, no, dude. Do it on Monday? I can't. Austin's not going to be here. Pokey? Bro, I can't get fucking... I can't hit up Pokey out of nowhere. Casually be like, yo, you want to come on my fucking stream to do dating advice? Like doing Rust drops and shit. You know what I mean? I'm not going to do that. Getting thrown out onto the street with my wife and daughter prank gone wrong. Oh, I'm so fucking tired too. Holy shit, dude. Let's see. All right, you know what? Fuck it, dude. After this, we'll do it. After this, we'll start and we'll do it. How about that? Okay.
What happened? Yeah, the rumor about him is that he's perpetually cheating on his wife, and I don't think his wife actually cares. I think they just have, like, they need to maintain this family image.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's like a House of Cards couple.
Right.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah, apparently his house is being set to be sold at auction on pre-foreclosure at September 22nd. And would it be kind of an epic flex for me to buy their house, Hila?
No.
We can make it the H3 Clout House.
I could get a jet ski, and I could be the one dumping water on all the neighbors.
Nah, bad vibes.
Yeah, eat your edible. Eat your edible. It's
Cursed
fine.
house.
Yeah.
That house looks like such a dump, though. It looks like-
Didn't you learn anything from William? That's bad energy that
No, it
you're
looks
gonna
like
inherit.
shit. Yeah, you're right. It's bad energy.
Here, look at this article. It says it's a $15 million.
I don't know where they're getting that
mansion.
from. It says $7 million.
Yeah.
Some people said that they bought a third property. I don't know if that's possibly why I'm looking into it now.
H3's a piece of shit. No, he's not, dude. Shut the fuck up, bitch.
Who cares? It's more money than
It doesn't.
anybody
Yeah, it doesn't
should
really
be-
matter.
Yeah.
It's
No, the house looks like a total, like
Insanely
one of these
huge.
really low quality. You see these all the time in LA. Just really.
Chat, I am so close to not having it. I'm so close to not doing it. I'm so close to not doing the fucking show. The Chatvice section. You guys get so fucking annoying. Like, you really do. You really, really, really get fucking annoying, dude. When you start spamming shit, it really triggers the fuck out of me. When you want to direct the goddamn content in the way that you want to, and then a bunch of other dumbasses hop on and they start spamming too, it literally just makes me not want to do it at all. Okay? What a fucking baby. Okay. Like having 30,000 micromanagers up my asshole, dude. It's fucking annoying. I'm gonna do it, but like chat is being fucking annoying. Like
really hastily, shittily built. Like there's problems with all of it. You know what I mean? Yo, is Cam making memes, by the way?
He is.
Yeah, we kept sending them to you.
What the fuck? You got to tell. I'm not checking anything. I think someone should be in control of.
Yeah, I was gonna tell him after the show. That
Here's the Ace Family house tour of next year. They're in an alley.
I might really start selling the clout pill.
Yeah, you might want to. You definitely gonna need income wherever you can find it. Clout pill, whatever it is. Yeah. Well, at least they set their expectations in the right place. I'm hoping their kids have maybe someone they can live with, because that's not good conditions for a kid. Look how fucked their lot is, though. Like, look how depressing that is.
it is insane that like $10 million and it still looks like dog shit. You know what I mean? It's fucking sad. Like you drop like millions and millions of dollars into fucking building this house and it's still butt cheeks. Smaller than the average Texas house? No, it's not. It's a fucking 15 bedroom, dude. You're crazy. Like even I'd love to live there. What the fuck you talking about? I mean, dude, they didn't actually end up you know, putting enough work. Do you not see this? This is ugly as hell. It's such an eyesore that literally even from an investment point of view, this stuff greatly reduces property value. Okay. So if you're doing it as an investment and you were able to like, you know, put two houses together, make like this mega mansion, already you're like limiting who you're going to sell it to. That's a tiny group of individuals that you can sell it to at that price point, like NBA superstar, stuff like that. And it's just it's so ugly. Like they didn't do the landscaping. Only a half court. Yeah, that's kind of wild too. I don't know how you don't put a full court back there.
They only show like this part, right?
Mm-hmm.
But like, look how actually shit their lot is.
Oh yeah. Disgusting.
Are you kidding? I mean,
yeah, I'd hate to live there.
Okay,
I'm looking at this like,
it's pretty. You're like shitting on their $9 million mansion. It's like,
okay,
I'll take it.
I'm never inviting you over for dinner.
Seriously.
A little out of touch there.
Okay, sorry. I'm just saying, like, they only show this, but like, it's all just a dirt lot built in this really.
It's like a mountain.
For how much they paid, you're saying?
Golly.
Okay, sorry. Maybe I'm out of touch.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, everybody.
And I don't like.
You can make it up to us by buying his house and turning that into the H3 cloud
gaming house.
We can all live there together.
The clout house.
Out of touch, Hasan? What? I'm out of touch because I'm saying that like these dudes literally thought that they were gonna build a like $10 million mega mansion, and then couldn't even finish the landscaping project. Like they just left it like dirt, which is precisely why it's no longer valued at $10 million and is now like 7. Can't even afford this shit. Yeah, I mean, but that doesn't mean anything. We criticize things that we can't afford all the time. You can say that something is ugly or the amount of money spent on it is like misplaced. To be fair, 10 million only gets you like 2 bedrooms. No, that's not true. You might love to live there, but it's still not finished. Yeah. Let's see. Hold on 1 second. I wouldn't want to afford it. Lol. The house actually sold for 10 million. Oh, really? I am going to what I'm gonna do is I was gonna go into Chatvice right now, but Austin's eating an edible currently. Okay. So we are waiting on Austin to get in. I'm also looking to see if there's a couple people I had in mind to potentially have on. Alana's gonna be on after she's done with her recording. She's recording something. This is whenever I mention this though, you guys like start spamming names and it's very fucking annoying. That's what I'm saying. It's like it gets really frustrating for me because it's like these people have their own, you know, days. They have their own programs. They have their own shit going on, and then I feel like I'm not doing a good job. You know what I mean? I get anxiety. I feel like I'm not doing a good job of putting together this show. You know? Which is why I'm like, please stop. Please stop spamming names. Okay, I'm just gonna get started. Even before Austin gets started. Let's get started. We don't have a lot of time, so maybe don't mention it in the chat beforehand. No, it doesn't work that way. Like everyone has their favorite streamers and they want like all of their streamers to collaborate and shit, and it gets like kind of annoying when you're like, you know, oh dude, get this person, get that person, and I'm like, well, I can't. No, I want to do it today because Austin is not going to be available tomorrow, so I'd rather do it today. Okay? Let's do it. Okay. Oh. I think they told all the people it was going to be tomorrow. I'm at my sister's wedding. Okay, we can't do it tonight. That was a lie. Never mind. I misunderstood the situation. I thought we had a lineup, but I think I waited too long. So we're going to have to do it tomorrow. I'll tell Austin. It's a bummer, but dude, you're letting like 50 out of 30K viewers let you down? No, we literally can't even do it. I mean, if you want, Austin, you can still come on. We can have a conversation. But my fault. I need to plan this better and communicate with people, and I don't. Hold on. YouTube drama and TikTok drama take up so much time. I know. know, it really does. You gotta get groupies like a Ross to hop on whenever. No, I don't want that. Feel bad. Are you 176 pounds? No, I'm more like, I'm closer to 276 than I'm closer to 176. Okay. How about other Chatvice, like collage stuff? You don't have to do dating. No, it doesn't matter. It's not about dating. It's about we have within the Discord. There's already like people lined up to do it, so we had it like ready to go, and I should have specified that I would do it tonight, but I didn't know if I was gonna be able to do it tonight. It's just hard, man. It's difficult to put the fucking logistics together. Anyway. Alright, I think I'm done, dude. I don't know why I feel like shit right now. Alright, I'm just gonna run the last ad break here. Alright, and I'll see you guys tomorrow, and I'll actually do the Chatvice tomorrow, okay? I'll figure out some other people to be on it too. Chat, you're doing that thing again where you fucking tell me who to raid. Okay.
All the chatter's trickling in. I'll sell people hay. Sunny Los Angeles, California.
Anyway.
Says Hasan.
Alright. This is gonna be my third festivity for my brother's birthday tonight. I'll try to get Noel on tomorrow. But yeah, this is going to be my third fucking birthday activity for Murat's birthday. The biggest birthday king / queen on the planet. But that's what I'm doing tonight, so
Uncle Euger's face. Sudden discord agitprop. Great names
that's
take
where I'm
on
at.
race. Tiny Bernie Sanders.
Last time I did Chatvice, I had Moist Critical and Noel Miller and all of them on. I might do it again with them.
The whole left at your fingertips and Anye out your door.
Okay.
The H3 Crowder debate. The Young Turks online show.
Love you guys. And I will see you tomorrow.
Plenty more to go.
Okay.
90-day fiance talks of champagne bourgeoisie. A Trump rally live reaction, a mass riot in DC. There he is again. Hasan is streaming.